Go on.
So, Budmeister, how was your week, my brother?
My week? You made me have to start thinking. It's been a decent week to be
When you
fair.
there?
Brother, the way the week flies nowadays, it's just one day just...
I'll tell you what, I'll even help you. What about the weather we've been having?
The weather?
Brother, do you not know what month we're in?
Yeah, but it's been all
You're
right.
in t-shirt.
Oh, brother, I got a jacket over there. No,
Yeah, but for November, bruv, today was a nice day, temperature-wise.
Man said you know, see, it was raining when we walked in there. I don't know where he's going with this,
Nah,
bro.
bruv, you lot are forgetting
Won the lottery or something.
Nah, you lot are forgetting
When the
last year.
weatherman says it's raining.
Yeah, you lot are forgetting last year's November around bonfire night where it was blitz outside. Heating was on.
I got a theory about that, though.
Well, wait. But in fairness, the back end of this week is going to be cold. So
Yeah.
it's good. And tomorrow is going to be -2 up north.
We don't care about it.
Yeah,
Well, not really.
yeah, exactly.
Nah,
You know what
there's
I
a
mean?
storm coming. There's a storm.
Your theory? What's your theory?
When they shoot off the fireworks into the sky, all right, I feel like...
Wait. You sure you want to say this, bro?
No, I'm all right with it because
go on.
every year the
Rain
fireworks...
setting you up.
Nah, he kind of isn't it? But every year when they shoot the fireworks up into the sky, don't you notice the next day is foggy, and then after that it gets cold. So it's like the beginning of when it starts to get cold, and it feels as though, not saying it's fact, but it feels as though they're shooting things into the sky that are then causing it to be cold afterwards. It feels as though.
Do you want me to be honest with you? You sound like a film from Marvel, bruv.
Well, that's a bit peak, bro.
No. Well, okay. So what you're saying, there is elements of truth. In one of the Olympics, was it Seoul? So where's the Olympics been like in the Far East?
Japan. It was Japan.
So maybe Japan. They fired isotope rocket, not isotope, iso something rockets into the sky
Where they were seeding.
to disperse the clouds that didn't rain.
Oh.
Now, going off that was whenever that Olympics was. So thinking about it now, they can do all kinds of stuff.
Of course.
They can do all kinds of stuff. But like as we're talking about weather, normally what we do the range roundup and then we start the pod. So we just start the pod and then go into the range roundup.
I mean, the range roundup is going to be a lot of the pod. So
All right, it is
up for
raining
this.
today, so we might as well.
So
This
it's
guy's
Rain
full of it.
_Nelson in the building, and to my right we have.
My man said in the building. I'm sitting there thinking, is he trying to steal my catchphrase?
No, you're the truth.
Sounds like
The true fish. That's what I'm gonna call him. The true fish.
Wanna be
Buddy in the
truth.
building, aka the truth.
And to my left,
Have Sirelli ever so slightly broken?
You're in the building now.
No, bit.
Ever so slightly broken. So we've got a skeleton team today. So Citrus is on annual leave, Tongo is on sabbatical, and then Wileycat is also on annual leave. So it's the three of us. We're holding the ship. So what we're gonna.
Why actually told you he wasn't? Why did he not answer to nobody? You know, you questioned him.
Right, no,
Well done, brother. Well done.
What we're gonna do? We were talking about weather, and I think we haven't done a podcast in a while, and I think we haven't spoken about the hurricane which happened in Jamaica. And I was thinking about this for a long period of time. Like, what are we going to discuss about it? And I'm not actually sure. I know, like, you've got family in Jamaica. I think you've just got probably extended family and friends in Jamaica. Like, from my point of view, like, so my family are from two parts in Jamaica. So one, St. Mary, borderline St. Anne's. And then the other side is from Montego Bay, a place called Anchovy. Now, the guys that are in St. Mary, for the most part, they're fine, you know? Like some minor roof damage. Like on my parents' house, the solar panels blew away. They're gone. Who knows where they are. And some broken windows and whatnot. Structurally, the place is sound. In St. Mary, the power only came back. So today is the 13th. Is it the 13th
Yes.
of November? The power only came back yesterday. So this hurricane has happened 3-ish weeks ago, and only now the power's come back. And you, like, this is not a slant on the Jamaica government or construction. Again, someone might disagree and think, right, they're not doing enough, but the island, from a point of view of the electricity poles and all of that, they were blown down. It was just crazy. So for them to get power back is a good thing.
My broadband.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's that as well. My family in Montego Bay is it's like something out of it's like a nuclear bomb hit the place. Buildings blown down, roofs gone. Like I'll show you a video afterwards. I'll show you a video of my aunt's house. Windows gone, roofs gone. You know what I mean? And it's just like there's so much devastation. But what I want to talk about is the effort which has been put into it. So there's loads of people, and we can discuss people if you want to, that are sending bits and bobs, and some people are doing more. Everyone's doing what they can. You know what I mean? People also, I just want to just digress a little bit. People are saying that the Jamaica, actually first, going back, you saw the story about England and what they donated.
2.5 mil.
So yeah, 2.5 mil. What's your understanding of it? Because I've got a theory, but what's your understanding of it?
So let's I saw a little bit about it. So before I start throwing out things, I just want to kind of make sure I understand this correct. I saw the sum 2.5 mil. Now, from what I understand, that is 2.5 in cash, not aid. This is what they're giving the government to aid with the rebuild of Jamaica.
Right.
Now, if that is what it is, and I'm going to go on that premise for the start of the conversation, because that's how I understand it to be. 2.5 mil, when you're looking at the GDP of a country and you're looking at just the average price of a property in the UK, it's an insult. Not a slap in the face, it's an insult.
Why?
Because with that 2.5 mil, there is so much that needs to be done. Let's not talk about helping the people. Let's just talk about infrastructure, water, electric, internet.
Right.
Those basic necessities. With that 2.5, it will not be able to put any of those services back on.
You know, the damage that was caused apparently was only 20 million US dollars worth of damage.
Is that including people's homes and infrastructure and everything?
Just damage. It just says damage.
So
I don't believe that.
So no, but they're in its necessity is just trying to say to you why they've only donated 2.5 out of 20 million damage. That's already some of it, and it's only England as well.
No, the reason I say I don't believe
again, 20 billion. So
that's not
fine. So
because you have to also think of one of Jamaica's biggest earners is tourism. So after the hurricane, there are people that we know that were supposed to be going to Jamaica in January. Big up the soccer crew and the soccer weekender, sorry. And they're not going anymore. That whole trip's been cancelled. So the 60 people that were going, fit into different clubs and all this, that's no longer happening. A lot of tourist attractions, there's a place called Bamboo something, I can't remember what it's called, maybe Rain can it's basically a road that has bamboo trees that were planted from almost like the days of slavery.
Right.
And they have overgrown and they've covered the street. So it's almost like a tunnel when you're driving through it.
I think I've still been there before.
And that has been wiped out. Wiped out. It looks like a desert now.
Yeah.
Now, these are the things that if I went to Jamaica, you went to Jamaica, someone would say to you, you know what? You need to go and see that bamboo estate from wherever, Ochi or wherever it is. And you're going to make that trip. You're going to hire a car. You're going to get a taxi. Whatever it is you're going to do. When you get there, you're going to eat something there. So them saying 20 million, it might be 20 million billion to visible to fix this and fix that. But the impact it has on people maybe not traveling there for the next year to 2 years is much more than that.
I mean, it is a lot. And even like you said, the tourism is probably the worst of where people that were stuck over there, it wasn't nice for them. I don't think Jamaica covered themselves in glory in that, or some certain resorts anyway, didn't cover themselves in a lot of glory how they was dealing with their tourism.
What do you mean? How?
So
I was coming for you. I was coming for you, brother.
No, I just saw a lot of things on and again, the internet, you got to take it with a pinch of salt. But I saw it on there where people were stuck. They obviously couldn't go home. And they were stuck there, and say it was my day to leave tomorrow. Okay, I can't go home. So now what? Now you pay the bread. It's like, pay what bread? What for a room I can't even sleep in? People are now bunking with other people. It was. I'm not enjoying my holiday because obviously I can't. There's no more holiday. I'm now need to go home. I can't go home. So now you're gonna turn and charge me for nothing. Like for
Can I
what I'm
respond to
in.
that?
Go on.
First of all, forget about you and your holiday. And the reason why I'll say that very ignorantly, I'll put my hands up and admit that this is ignorant.
Is it ignorant though? But go on.
Yeah. Most people who travel have travel insurance. This is what it's for.
Okay, yeah.
Number two, if I am in a hotel and I work in a hotel as a waiter in the kitchen, a sous chef, any of those kind of things, and I was at work when this hurricane happened, and my yard is 10 miles away, and I'm at work and the hurricanes come, I can't leave, I stay here, and for all I know, I don't even have a house to go back to. No disrespect, you are not my priority.
That is very big ignorance, because it's fair.
Not ignorance,
and some
it's
of it is
self-preservation.
You know what the funniest thing is? Even when you said about the insurance, I don't believe a lot of insurance cover natural disasters.
Acts of God, I think they call it.
Acts of God they call it. So it might not even cover it. So there's this case of the insurance ain't covering this. Sort it out. I'm now stuck in this country that I've gone on holiday with. The only excuse that I suppose, even some of the Jamaican public said, you knew the hurricane was coming when you booked you're booking in hurricane season. Bro, it is where it is. But then the other side of it is like, right, and I've booked it, I've come over here. I didn't think it was going to be this level of level 5 hurricane.
You take your chances, bro.
You know what? I'm with the ignorance, if that's what it is. Like, you're all in it together. You know what I mean? There has to be a certain amount of compassion that has to be afforded to people that live in Jamaica, that were working in hotels, that are like, right. So I'm digressing a bit. So the thing in regards to the extra night, that is hotel policy. The hotel is going to charge. I think some hotels didn't charge.
And that was the right thing to do.
For what I understand, like Moon Palace Jamaica didn't charge. I don't believe the reuse charge. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. However, that aside, that is a corporate decision. That is not...
That's not down that
that's
level.
Not Shelly Ann, who works in wherever, or Mavis that works over there. They've got their things to do. Now, from a point of view of where the people then were complaining that there isn't a selection of breakfast, that's mad. Because, as you're saying, some of these people, I think at the moment, the count of people dead in Jamaica from the hurricane is 48. So, you might think, oh, that's little, but someone's lost their family member. You know what I mean? Now, with that in mind, a hurricane's coming, you're lucky that I'm even at work. Brother. You're lucky that I'm there. Like, you're lucky that I'm there. So
no, I hear it.
It's mad. But then on I guess on the flip side, just going back to the UK thing. So the UK sent 2.5 million initially. That was an emergency release. Okay. So it was like, hurricane happened here. Boom, this is what we're sending you. Like, I don't need to get signed off by no one. I don't need to do anything else. I'm sending that out. That's what we're sending. After that, they sent, and this is not publicised, and it's not a massive amount, they sent a further 5 million, which is
7.5 in total.
7.5 in total. However, when you start to look at what the donations that came in from the royal family, so King and Queen sent a ting, who's the other one? William and Kate. They sent a ting. The one that they don't like no more. Harry and Meghan sent a ting.
My guy.
Yeah, I don't know how much.
No matter, Harry sent a ting. That's what I wanted to hear.
That's the royal family, and that's probably been funded by us, which is the government.
Not Harry's ting anyway. Harry's ting separate.
Harry's ting definitely.
Harry's name was just on the ting.
I'm not defending the UK. I think as the Jamaica is in the Commonwealth still, there should have been a lot more, and maybe there is, but there should have been a lot more help coming quickly. But then you've got to look at what's happening in the UK now. So the UK, for me, have just banded together. Like the amount of people that, like for example, our own Citrus did a run where he was collecting stuff. He had a bad experience at, where was it, Brixton?
Yeah, it was somewhere in South.
It was somewhere in South where, anyway, I'm not going to get into the negative. Then you've got like Pop in Brixton. They're just taking stuff. Blacker Dread I saw. Shouts out to Face and Gangster Kid, like they did a container and sent their thing. Like there's so many people.
Kingsley Shipping did as well.
Kingsley Shipping, like all of these people are banding together. And there was a thing that Face actually said, and I want to get him on the podcast, where he said, all of the companies that have profited or used the image of Jamaica, whether it be the colours of the flag, reggae music in your adverts, and look, I'm an Arsenal fan, Arsenal Football Club, Adidas. Have they sent any money? Have they sent any donations? And I checked this today, and from the sources, they haven't. And I think that's a bit disappointing.
Disrespectful is the word you're looking for, bro. If I'm gonna use your flag, I'm gonna use your essence about a product that I'm trying to promote, but then you're in dire straits. And one thing I will say, I'm not a fan to say that they had to send cash. That's one thing I need to put out there. It's not about sending money, but it's about sending aid and support in whatever way it can be. So for example, Western Union did a thing where when you're sending money now, there was no commission.
There's no fee, yeah.
There's EE, I think it was, one of the telephone providers. If you call Jamaica, no charge for the call.
That was really good.
So this is what I'm saying. There are so much little things that they can do. And you know what makes it worse? For the people that are in the tax industry and stuff like that. 99% of these things that these companies can do, they can tax write it off. So it's really a choice that they make not to do anything about these things.
Elon Musk, you know what he did? He directed his satellites, Starlink, over Jamaica to provide free internet for a period of time. I don't know how long he did it for. Maybe it was like a couple of hours. Or
the funny thing is, because of that, he's uptake in Jamaica now, because I've got a friend that I was speaking to today who works with me. He's now picked up and got himself a Starlink subscription.
But that's the start. Well, look, we'll get into that on the technology.
But you know what the funniest thing is? Amongst the disaster, even like when it was happening, it was COVID and stuff like that, there is ways to profit off of it. And these billionaires and millionaires and even people that haven't even got money are sitting there thinking of ways that they can use to profit off of the situation, rightly or wrongly, because any disaster, there is something that you can use to turn and say, you know what, this will help a man.
Yeah.
So like you just said about Elon Musk doing that, it's like, right, he's done that. Now all of a sudden there's certain people in Jamaica be like, right, Elon Musk, my guy.
No, but it's a services offering as well, because you have to remember, his system, excuse me, not to promote it too much and to get too technical with it, doesn't work off the basis of having a cable, run from point A to point B. So once the hurricane is gone, you take your thing, you put it there, and it's got several systems now, connect it to your phone or whatever, press it, and this thing automatically
moves to where a satellite is.
Where a satellite is.
And gives you internet.
Gives you internet instantly. So the only thing you need is power.
And technically, you could be anywhere. You could be on the top of the Alps.
Yeah,
you could
on
be
a boat.
you could be in the Amazon. You could be in the middle of the sea. So it's a good. I think it's a good thing what he's done.
Yeah.
But let's not talk about Elon.
Sorry, there is one thing I wanted to mention as you say that in regards to funding to Jamaica.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it's the last president that was, or Prime Minister of Jamaica, who took out an insurance with the US.
It was I was going to come on to that.
Oh, sorry, we'll go.
So it was I think it was a natural something bond.
Yeah,
I'll find out exactly what it was.
For 150 million.
Yeah, but yes, but when people start battering these numbers around, you have to remember: is it in US dollars or Jamaican dollars?
US.
Right. So so he's taken out a bond. So it's quite clever actually what they've done. It's almost like an insurance. And I looked, who does Jamaica owe the money to? And I think there's a conglomerate of people that have insured Jamaica for natural disasters and whatnot. Some people are saying, then people have sold out Jamaica. But then I think, well, have they? Or has the Prime Minister just been, I think it was Brogard that did it. Have they just been really smart? You got to think, the US are in debt to the tune of $32 trillion. So every country is in debt. Now, Jamaica's in debt maybe by probably a little bit more, but was that the wrong thing to do? Like that money, so just so you're aware now, the residents of Jamaica, in regards to the damage to their homes, can ultimately fill out a form and get some kind of money. And this bond has helped to pay for it. I can't see anything wrong with it.
And the funny thing is, it's not the only one. So they also took out some form of insurance from an organization called CCRIF. And that is expected to pay out also 70.8 million, the largest claim to date Jamaica, largest claim to date from Jamaica. And this is to facilitate with rebuilding the country and all these kind of things. So the point I was trying to make is that as much as, Jamaica needs help from everybody else and whatnot, the small but the talawa, 100%. Because to see...
Little but with talawa. But
Thank you very much, resident Jamaican. The foresight that they had to take out this bond on the country for natural disasters, it may have cost them whatever, but now to have that repayment of 150 million US dollars is going to do amazing things for the country.
And you before people start saying, yeah, but Jamaica's going to be in debt. Every country in the world is in debt to someone. My thing is, and this is going down conspiracy theory, which we're not going to touch today, if a country like America is in debt, and they're supposed to be one of the richest countries in the world, who are they in debt to? But that's something for another day. But anyway, what's your thoughts on? So again, on social media, I've seen people complaining or saying. So there's numerous official sites to donate money to. So the one that I donated to was supportjamaica.gov.jm. There's a few others, but that's the one that I know because I saw Lisa and the Jamaica government promoting it. But there's some people saying, I'm not going to send any money to that. I'm just looking after my people. What's your thoughts on that train of thought?
Ignorance.
Do you know what? It's just how much do you believe in charities and stuff like that? And that's, you can say it's ignorance, but it's just how much people believe in charities.
Yeah, but bud, when something like this happens, you, within your control, have one of two options. It's either you give willingly from your heart and hope that it's going to go to a good use because this is what you want to do, or you don't.
So listen to what you just said and hope. Or
you could give it, hold on.
Or I can give it to, Susu, you're struggling.
You can give it to
bread.
Susu,
and I'm good.
Susu can still take it,
but she's
and
not,
go down to.
But she's struggling, and she wants to
Bacchanal and do whatever she's doing,
and she'll rate
drink
it out.
up. The point I'm making is when you give of good heart. What the person does with it
is up to them.
Yeah, but if you give it to the good heart, so you give it to me, and I'm saying to myself, you know what? I'm gonna go and I'm petitioning, saying, I'm gonna go and give this all to Jamaica. It's all going to Jamaica, whatever else not. And then I'm now using it to siphon in money and say, boy, now I'm profiting from it, and I've profited from it, giving nothing to Jamaica. Even if I'm giving something to Jamaica, I'm giving something small. All right, but I've made the profit from it. That's obviously that's me doing wrong, but what I'm saying to you is that's where people will say to themselves, why am I now profiting, buddy, when there's people in Jamaica that are suffering? I should give it direct to the people. So I understand
If you have the ability to give it to somebody that you know is in need, then by all means do that. But the point I'm making is that you can still do that and it can still go to waste. There are people out there in Jamaica, and this is not just, prevalent to Jamaica. There are people in the world who, if they have money, will prioritize, well, you know what? I have a big change. I'm going to buy myself a new whip. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy, and they're going to say,
buy no whips right now.
No, well, not now. But instead of saying, you know what, I'm going to buy 3 pieces of galvanized and some timber. You know what? I'm sleeping by Range Yard. I don't know. When the weather's better and whatnot and things are up, I'll start to build a house slowly. And for them, that's not a priority. So you making that decision of, well, you know what? I ain't going to send it to this person. And I can't speak for nobody else. If I give you something, I give it all my heart. I will do my due diligence, but once I've done that and it's gone, God bless you.
Like I said, it's the trust in the charities. There are a lot of charities, not all, but there are some charities that will sit there and they'll profit from it. And when you know that there's charities that are out there that are profiting from things, it makes you believe less in giving your money there or donating your money there. I'd rather turn and say, like a lot of people have, let's send a barrel. I'm going to put something in a barrel and I'm going to send a barrel. Or like you said, let's send the money so I can send the money to X person or that person. But how you now give it to a charity who you're not sure about or isn't validated, then you think to yourself, yeah.
But that's why the containers come in. So shouts out to the original patty company and White Yardie. So they've got a 40-foot container that they're going to be like, you bring your stuff down there and then they load it up. Like, whether it be clothes, whether it be like, you know what? Like I was looking through my because I'm sending some stuff down. I'm thinking I've got like battery, the portable chargers that can't be used with my new phone, but they're just in a drawer. But I could send them down. Like somebody will have a phone that can use it. You know what I mean? It's just stuff like that. I think it's when I first heard someone say that, I was like, rah, yeah, it's true. I'm not going to send nothing there. But then I'm thinking there has to be an element. You look after your people. But then if you can afford to still donate somewhere, donate. And then also there's people that I work with, they haven't got no one in Jamaica, but they might want to donate. So you have to be able to send them to an official website where they can do their thing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Any more thoughts on Jamaica?
Yeah, one thing. So a lot of people, and it's not just Jamaica to be fair, a lot of people, when things like this happen, they're of that mindset, I'm going to send. And then they go down there and they bring, oh yeah, you know what? I'm going to send this pillow. I'm going to send this mic stand. You know. On a serious note, you have to be mindful You have to actually understand the needs of people in this situation. Sending down your old trousers that you don't want no more, or trainers that, I'll be honest with you, it doesn't help the situation. And most of them will just end up in landfill or whatever the case may be. You need to send down things that are useful.
Well, so, when you say that, what do you mean? Because
I mean things like, and this is going to sound really stupid and petty, nails, screws, tools, hammers, drills. These are the kind of things that they need to help them rebuild. Water.
Water's a big one. You can't say water from England though. Well, you probably could, but...
But you understand what I mean? It's things like that people, even vitamins, because, you know, things have washed out. So getting food and those kind of things, what you used to get, just your daily intake has now gone down. So it's being mindful of extension cables. And these are all like DIY stuff. But when you go to Jamaica or you go to the Caribbean in general, buying little things like this is very expensive.
You know, it's funny you say that, right? My dad owns a shipping company. Shouts go out to Romark Shipping. And it's
they're doing freeness as well.
Yeah. No, but when I'm saying it is like, I've been in the shipping game and seen the shipping game for a long time. So I see what people send back home. And I've obviously been back home as well. So it's like I've been back there and I've seen it. I think to myself, all these things that people send, this is pre-hurricane obviously, all right, all these things that people send, they've got them over there, you know? Like, so I never really understood why people are sending these things. I'm like, they've got that, they can get that. Why are we doing this? Like, it doesn't make logical sense to me. This time now, where we're at now with the hurricane, that I understand why people are sending it, because people probably don't have it at the moment. So I do understand it a little bit more. So you are right with the silly things that you said, because I've seen a lot of silly things. I'm like, why are you sending that? Like tampons. I'm like, okay, they got tampons over there, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not on you with this one though.
No, but that's the thought process. But then now seeing it, like what is the need they're in now? They need those type of things now. You know what I mean?
You know what it is? There is an official list which has been sent by the Jamaica Customs Agency. It's got loads of stuff on there, but it's saying items that we would prefer you send, like stuff like tissues. So you're saying tampons, like it's kind of they got tissues over there, but you know what I mean? Tissues, wipes, cleaning products, diapers, clothing, any sort. It doesn't matter if it's whatever, any sort. Bed linens, mattresses. If like my cousin's place in Montego Bay, the mattress is wet. It's wet, so it doesn't matter if you dry it out. You wouldn't sleep on it again. So they'll be happy for it. Well, obviously we're sending stuff down, but over-the-counter drugs, aspirin, Panadol, Calpol for the picnic them. You know what I mean? These kind of things send down. To your point, zinc, plyboard, nails, chopalins. A lot of people in Jamaica are sleeping. Not a lot. Some of the people that I've seen are sleeping in the foundation of their house, but they've just got the chopalin on the top
of it.
Because it's waterproof, bed cots, sleeping bags. Sleeping bags is a very important one. Back to school supplies for the picnic them, battery packs, lantern lamps. One of the biggest things, solar powered chargers, solar powered lamps. Like on Timu, we can get them for like, well, I've bought 10, as in like the solar powered chargers that double as torches, just to send down. You know what I mean? And they might not use them straight away because the power's back, but this will happen again. So it's how do you future-proof, is that the right phrase? How do you protect yourself from that?
Future plan.
Yeah, future plan from it. But I think send down what you want to send. I think there was a thing, I think one of our bedrooms said, the place where he bought his product to, they said they didn't want any tinned food.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know, what's people's thoughts on that? Like, no, don't send us tin food because people don't want tin food. Or, I don't understand why you wouldn't.
Yeah, I can't.
Just too high.
No, but it's not, but the people in Jamaica are not setting, their chest not too high. It's someone over here that said, don't give us that.
But then sometimes it's a case of what they've probably already got stocked up there. So I mean, we don't know the situation. Unless you're there, you can sit there and say that, because they might have loads of tin stuff. Like, look, don't send me no more tin stuff.
Because they've got so much.
They've got so much. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying it could.
I appreciate your point, but I think there's some that is something we need to, if we can, find some information on, because it doesn't make sense to me. Because tin food is something you ship worldwide, and you put in bunkers.
It's war food.
Yeah,
it's
this is it.
But it's space,
it don't taste the best.
It's space as well. So when you're saying it, all right, when they get to a point where they've got no space to put these things, you now got overload of tin stuff that are here and things that are there. And obviously tin stuff don't necessarily go off like that. So you've got them sitting there and it's like, well, we're just stacking up and they're taking up space. And guess what? Sirelli ain't coming to pick up no tin food. So then it's just taking up more and more space.
But you have to remember, in some of the videos, where they used to have lush gardens is now just wasteland.
Well, there's a woman that I saw a video today of a woman. She had a farm in St. Elizabeth, and she was growing all kinds of stuff. She had 2 acres of land, and it's just water. It's just water. That will take what? How many months do you reckon to dry out? If it was constant heat, it would take, I don't know, 2 to 3 months with constant heat, 24 hours heat to
put it this way. It's going to take her a good 2 years to get that land anywhere close to what it was before.
Agreed. But yeah, I think what would be good is like if people watching this, if you've got anyone that is shipping barrels, containers, just let us know, and then we can try and publicize it, whether it be on a TikTok video, whether it be on the YouTube, or even if you're watching on the YouTube, just put your cause down there, and then we everyone will see it, and then they can direct stuff to you. Yeah, they can just direct stuff to you, because there's people that are sending containers. There was a girl today that was saying it's gone past the time now. If I could find it, I might just try to read it out. Can't find it, but basically she was saying it's coming up to 6 o'clock. I've got it wasn't the 40-foot container, it was a small one. She's saying it's not full. I needed to get it full, and she put it on her socials. And I think some of the DJs, a lot of the DJs in the UK are doing a lot, man. And I think she's probably got it filled, but it had to be gone by 6. You know what I mean? But I just think any cause like that, anyone that's doing anything like that, let us know. Put it in a comment. Put it on our Instagram. You know what I mean? And then we can try and get the word out there, because obviously the people of Jamaica are in need. And I have to send shouts out, like the Jamaican celebrities we're always going to support. Like you've got people over there, like I think I saw Sean Paul, Shaggy through a private jet over there, Bounty Killer, Movado, all of them. Every dance, sort of skeng, everybody is doing stuff. It's their home, innit? But I have to commend some of the other celebrities that are doing stuff. But some of the reports are not true. So I looked into this. So there was a rumor that killing Mbappe sent 20 million. Apparently that's not true.
I went to Spurs.
I thought it was a bit odd.
Yeah.
I thought it was a bit odd. But yeah, you know what? Maybe he will in time. But from what I saw, it wasn't true, because there was no official source. But anyway. Let's move on.
Before you move on,
go for it.
Our heart goes out to all the Jamaicans out there. Persevere, be strong. You're very resilient people. This will not stop you. It just makes you stronger.
Nice. Let's move on. Probably on. Actually, I'm going to try and go to a. I'm going to keep it on this. Tim Westwood. I know on the last podcast it was discussed, but Tim Westwood now has been granted conditional bail over, Wiley says to use the word grape charges and sexual assault charges. So he's been granted bail. Does that mean there's a possibility that the allegations are false?
I think all that means is that they're not scared of him doing a run.
Right, okay.
I think for the media, for the government, for the judicial system, they look at you and they say, if we put you on bail until your trial, do you have somewhere to run to? So if he was born in Jamaica, or if he was born in St. Lucia, or if he was born in another country, I'm just saying that's where he tries to rep in it. So
Jamaica,
he's back.
Never. No, that's why he got Chris Goldfinger to do the dancehall show, because he couldn't do it.
Fair enough. But if he was a risk of leaving the country and then going somewhere where the long arm of the law couldn't get him, then that's one of the reasons why they'll say, okay, you know what? We need to keep him inside.
I'm not having that as an excuse. Because that's just like saying anything. Like, oh yeah, your buddy's got them done with a crime, bail him because he's not at risk, because he's not gonna go. That I don't take that excuse.
Well, that's one of the things that
I think he's right. I think he's one of the
that is one of the defenses that they use. You're born in the UK, you have no family elsewhere, this is where you live.
Or maybe they've done a psychoanalysis and they've said, look, you're like, okay, you're sane of head and you're not going to splurt. Even though the man was in Nigeria doing up the most dances. But he was.
Those some of those videos that are quite.
He was earning money.
What? All right, just for the audience, what is he guilty of?
Sexual assault and grape.
Okay, on a minor or
17-year-old was the youngest, I believe. He, right now, obviously, he's a 68-year-old man.
No way.
Right now, 68. Do you think he was younger?
Yeah,
Everyone thinks he's younger. 68-year-old man. So let's just say these allegations stem back to, I think it was the early noughties. And there will be girls that will say stuff has happened before then. Like, remember, he left the big people circuit and started to do the university circuit.
Yeah.
And he was there doing, look, again, I don't want to get, what's the defamation of character or whatever it is, but apparently, allegedly, he was doing the most in them universities. There's
at what age was he?
Let's say he was 50.
That's only 18 years.
Let's say
He was probably in his 40s, 50s.
He was in his 40s because 40s was his time when he was the high flyer at Radio 1 and did the rap show when he was bringing down
Artists,
Wu-Tang, Cannabis, DMX and all of them.
You reckon that was in his 40s? That was
So
yeah, man, I reckon
68. So the sexual assault.
Yeah.
Is there any details in that we can share?
Right, okay, I've got it here. 68-year-old is accused of offences against 7 women, including 3 incidents of sexual assaults at the BBC studios in the 1990s. So not even the early noughties. 1990s, man was going with the thing. And then when he started to do the university thing, because I dare say if this goes on to TikTok and we ask the question, have you got a Westwood story or if this gets into the right domain, there will be girls from universities that will come out and say stuff.
Well, ask the question.
I've asked it in an indirectly way. Our editor will do what he needs to do. But I just think it's mad.
So to clarify, it was from the 90s through to the late 2010s.
And the R word that he's supposed to have done.
Yeah.
When was that?
In that time.
In that same time. So
Let's ask you like you were there.
no. It's details, isn't it? Like,
He never went to those raves, bro. He never went to those.
Give the details.
He wasn't driving up to Leicester.
No, but give the details, in it, because the accusations out there, and one thing that we do is that we see things on social media. It takes a narrative and then we believe it. And I'm not saying he's innocent, far from. Right. All right, but I'm sitting there saying to myself, we believe the narratives that are put in front of us. So we've seen it on TikTok, we've seen it on Insta, we've seen it on YouTube, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, that's what he is, yeah. So I'm saying, have we got anything that brings this to light to say, oh, he did do that, or he's I mean,
I think the fact that he's now on bail is kind of the point. So
I think that there is evidence. Whether the evidence is conclusive, that's what the court case will decide.
Yeah, but then the fact that he's on bail, I'm not saying that makes him more innocent.
No, but you have to remember he's been accused by 3 women. So straight away, that gives cause for investigation.
Of course. But I'm saying then he shouldn't have been given. Why should he have been given bail? Which is the original question.
Because if that thing that happened was back in 1990, then as far as they're concerned, that was the threats then. But, we're now 30 years later, it's not a immediate threat right now. Okay. As Rain pointed out, if a man's 68, did you say?
68.
68 years old, he ain't running to no rave and pulling off the stunts, alleged stunts that he was pulling off then now. So
okay, so this is
you got to take everything in.
No, and all it is, I'm prompting you to say these things. That's what it is. So yeah,
right. I know.
Right, okay.
It's Tim Westwood in the situation.
So, moving on. Does anyone know what month it is today?
November. I don't know. Movember. I don't know.
Movember's one, but it's not. It's not that.
Oh,
Men's Mental Health Month,
and you two as men didn't know that.
No. I mean, I ain't paying attention to that.
You know what that means? That means that it's definitely not publicized enough.
So shouts out to my bedroom, Quasi Beats. So he is every day he on his Instagram, he is doing a piece on Men's Mental Health Month, just like positive stuff, like what you need to do and whatnot. But you say that it's not publicized. What do you mean? As in like what no one cares?
No, you asked the question. I believe I'm quite up to date, or I pay attention to the news and whatnot, and it hasn't passed my fees. I haven't heard it on the radio, but he hasn't told me. So I'm like, it's quite quiet. I mean, Bonfire Night and all these other things were very publicized.
Knew that was on.
Yeah. Remember the 5th of November.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? These are things that are drummed into us.
Maybe it needs a song. Maybe it needs something so people remember. You know what I mean?
Citrus is not here today, though.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, what does it help though? And that's the I think the crux of it. If
Wait, did you say what does it help?
No, I've got
No, it's a good question.
Yeah, what does it help?
The month is supposed to help raise awareness, just like cancer month, breast cancer month, breast cancer awareness. Like this month as well is, I believe is it anti-child bullying month. Something along those lines.
You got enough of them in there.
Your calendars at home must be amazing.
I pay attention, man. But like for Mental Health Awareness Month, it's about just creating the awareness. And like I got this post here where it's saying, sending love to men who are struggling mentally. People struggle mentally, are struggling with suicidal thoughts, are scared to speak up, which is probably the majority of men. Who go to therapy. Remember, there's some of us that actually go to therapy and sit down and chat to
Quite
people.
a lot.
Yeah. Some men are just feeling alone. Like, you got to think, like, and I know women feel like this as well, but I'm focusing on the men. Right now, you're getting into the months where it's darker. You get up in the dark. You go to sleep in the dark. You don't really want to be outside because it's cold. You're going home to your house by yourself. It is a lonely time. Like, it can be a lonely time for some people. And that's for everyone.
And there's also the pressures of sorry to cut you, of the months that's following.
I was about to say, because Christmas
is coming.
Yeah.
And a lot of parents, but as we're talking about men feel pressured that, boy, you know what?
Gotta spend.
Maybe I didn't save as much as I should have throughout the year. And now, little Timmy wants a new PlayStation 5 and my daughter wants a new Switch 2. And when you look at these kind of things, you know, yes, but them kind of unexpected, or not unexpected,
it's
but
not unexpected.
Those kind of, this one's £500, this one's £500.
Run up the credit cards. And
Brother,
then all
that's
of
a
sudden
grand.
you're sitting there.
That's a grand on 2 presents. So if you're that way, and a lot of us suffer, and I'm going to use something that's going to upset Rain, but a lot of the black community have that in them where if they're not buying the top of the top present, the most expensive thing that their kids have asked for, they feel like they're not accomplished. Like, I've got friends who are talking about they're going to give their 3-year-old child a Switch 2. And I'm not picking on...
Switch 2?
Switch 2.
£400.
It's more than that, but...
It's not. I already
A
bought
3-year-old, that's wild.
This is what I'm saying, bruv. And you've got other parents who got the same kids and earn more than this particular friend of mine. And they're like, yeah, my child's going to get a Switch 1.
Yeah, but that's probably about 100 something pounds.
And this is what I'm saying. You've got to have that kind of, and some of the mental health that we suffer from as men, a lot of it is self-inflicted.
Keeping up with the Kardashians.
Keeping up with the Kardashians, or keeping up an image that we have grown so attached to that we're not prepared to let go.
Yeah.
It's unreal. And I'm not saying it to, obviously, you know, it's mental health month, for men. I'm not stabbing at you and I'm not taking a dig at you, but all I'm saying is sometimes you need to sit back, look at the big picture in front of yourself and say, all right, these are the things.
Do you know something I'm going to say, controversially, right? There are people suffering and we don't even know.
Yeah, that's not controversial, bro.
No, when I say that, I mean the most flamboyant, loud person in the room could be suffering.
I've said this before, yeah? I'm going to say it again. Hopefully I remember it right. So I'm going to tell you a joke, yeah? So a man walks into the doctor's, yeah? He says to the doctor says, oh, what's wrong? He says, right, I'm living in a world where it's cold, it's miserable. I've got no one to turn to. I feel alone in this world. The doctor says, right, I've got just the thing for you. You need to laugh. The doctor says, right, I was going to go to this show. It's a show for the funniest clown. He's called The Great MT. Says, take these 2 tickets. watch the show, you'll be fine. The man breaks down, starts bawling, says, I am the great MT.
All right, Rain.
No, that's amazing.
It's deep. It's deep.
It is deep.
I was
It is
going to tell
deep.
you a joke. I waited to crack up. Like,
Well, yeah, it's not a joke. But yeah,
But the premise of it is the fact that it is the point he's driving, isn't it? It's all the people that you look at, that you look up to. I mean,
they're fine.
Yeah, there's loads of example. Robin Williams was one of the biggest, and I'm using him in particular because he was a person that went across race, across centuries. I mean, he was a comedian for years.
You did say Robin, not Robbie.
Robin, yeah.
yeah.
So he did so much. Like when you ask anybody about him, the first thing they think of is comedy, laughter, happy, always
Jumanji.
smiling, quick wit. But that
This is
just
that fire.
hid years and years and years
of it.
of sadness, depression, loneliness, and
But you look at it, Ricky Hatton the other day. committed suicide.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Wild.
Same thing. And it's like, I mean, I have I don't know. I find suicide, especially with the rich and famous. I always kind of think to myself, well, you've got money, you achieved the dream as for say in whatever category they've achieved it in, and it's like you've got all of that, and then you've decided to kill yourself. You haven't had to suffer, and again, I'm not in their
use
shoes.
the word suffer loosely.
No, like I said, I'm not in their shoes, so I don't know the
that's the
other
thing.
sufferings
The
that
sufferance,
they have to deal with. And it's like, well, you haven't had to suffer. You might not have had to suffer from not having an electric, like being able to pay your electric bill, or not being able to pay your gas bill, or not being able to turn the heating on because, boy, if I turn it on, it's going to run me up to bill. I can't afford that, so we're going to sleep in the cold, wrap up in some blankets. You haven't had to sort of say, well, what's tonight's food? Corned beef and rice. Then when corned beef and rice was cheap, all right.
Bully beef, bro. Bully beef.
That's
That's a good meal. I don't give a damn what people.
Don't forget the corn, the sweet corn.
You know what I mean? I have to put sweet corn in there and loads of
Scotch
tomato
bonnets.
ketchup. But you know what I mean? They haven't had to deal with that.
But what they have had to deal with is
Not
the
being able
mental thing of, right, no one loves me for who I am. People only want to be with me because of my money or my status. And that mental health challenge is a different one. Like they would probably look at someone who is sleeping in their car with blankets trying to keep warm with their family as love. I would die for that. And that's why someone would kill themselves.
Because you have to remember, if you're that famous, you can't even just walk outside. You can't say,
I've said that before.
I can't go to my local chip shop and
just go.
I can't walk through the park.
But we say that we don't know, innit?
No, but
you know what I mean?
some celebrities have made it a point of keeping that. So Keanu Reeves takes public transport in New York and stuff like that. So he's kept that kind of lifestyle going. But for people that are at that point where, you know what, if you go outside, you're going to be, you know, swamped by people and mobbed and this and that and the other. And also everybody, as Rain rightly said, it's almost like literally, okay, I'm going out today. Everybody in the world sees me as this funny guy, so let's put that funny guy face on. But today, I don't actually feel funny. I don't feel to smile. I just want to be me. But if I go out there and I do that, then someone's going to take a picture of me and all of a sudden I get cancelled because I'm not smiling, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing
the other
that.
side of it is, all right, we who are not famous at that rate.
Speak for yourself, bro.
I'll just
At that rate, anyway. All right.
The truth.
No, at that level, innit? You're not Robin Williams famous.
Speak for yourself.
All right. But it's like we don't know what it feels like. But then the other side of it is like it could be amazing. Like, oh, you know what? I can't go to the shop because everyone, can I get an autograph? Can I get an autograph? They want to talk to you. Like, yo, you be who you are, innit? AKA the truth. Like, you just be whoever you are. If it's a case of look, leave me, you know, if it's a case of leave me alone, then leave me alone, innit? Yeah. If I want to be that guy, I say, look, kids, leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you.
The world is not that
guy.
forgiving, brother. It's
not forgiving, but there should be an element that you should be able to, regardless of your fame, walk down the street and not be troubled. There are people who are famous that do walk down the street and just say, like I saw a thing with, it was Pharrell. Pharrell was coming out of a show and the man had a camera in his face. And he's like, just allow the camera, man. I'll stand and talk to you. Just allow the camera. And he walked over and said, like, how's your day? And the man was still filming. And you know what I mean? But like, sometimes these people just want to do stuff without a camera, like John Cena as well. John Cena was out somewhere, someone put a camera in, was filming him while he was out. And he's like, blood, I'm just walking down the road, man. Like, ask me, approach me and say hi and then do your filming if I consent to it. And there's an element of that maybe celebrities should we should respect them for that.
Their privacy.
Yeah, but we move on.
I've got a solution for that.
Go for it.
I think celebrities should wear a coat that has LEDs on it, and when you don't want to be disturbed, red. When you're okay.
Sure. Or don't talk to us. Don't talk to silly.
Or just do what Cole Palmer does.
Yeah, he dresses up.
Go bellied up, put on a Rasta wig, and just do your thing. If someone sees you, someone sees you. But anyway, I'm going to move on because we've got so much to go through. I didn't know it was going to take so long talking about the other stuff. I'm going to do one jovial one, then I'm going to bring it back a bit serious. So this is in the geek forums. This is doing the rounds, right? So it's pick your team. Ultimately, who would win? Listen carefully. Like if you don't know the characters, you're going to have to say you don't know the characters. So team 1, Sonic the Hedgehog, Mario, Pikachu, Rick Sanchez.
Who's Rick Sanchez?
Right, okay. Rick Sanchez is a character. Do you know Rick Sanchez?
No.
Rick Sanchez is a character from Rick and Morty.
Okay.
Rick and Morty is a sci-fi kind of cartoon that comes on Adult Swim. Team 2, Darth Vader, Batman, Goku, and the main character from God of War. I think his name Carax or something.
Kratos.
Kratos, that's it, yeah. Then team 3, you didn't know who Rick Sanchez was.
I don't care. Team 2's already won.
All right. Then you've got team 3, Thanos, Wolverine, Superman, Deadpool. Then you've got team 4, Godzilla, Yoda, Hulk, and Green Lantern. What? I'll say mine last. Who's winning?
3.
Why?
Thanos is in there.
Okay, and he's got the Infinity Gauntlet.
Has he got the gauntlet though?
I'm saying he's got the Gauntlet.
He's got
the gauntlet kills it.
who else was in there? Wolverine,
Superman, and Deadpool.
Superman can arms up Goku, and who else is there? You said Thanos.
Superman's weak, bro. You pull out a green crystal.
It depends on what comic you're looking at.
The one that I'll give you is Thanos is my problem. And I said, and you said he's got the gauntlet.
He's got the Gauntlet.
That's the part I'm like, take off the gauntlet, then all of a sudden he's just a Titan. So I can turn and say to myself,
he's still a cosmic entity.
But I'm less afraid. I'm less afraid now. Because now I was afraid when he said him and the gauntlet. I'm like, I'm afraid. You know what I mean? Wolverine and Deadpool, they just can't die. You know what I mean? They're just annoying.
They can die. They definitely can die.
Well, they're hard to kill. Let's put it that way. They can rejuvenate themselves from the rest of it.
I don't understand why one is there though. Sonic, Pikachu,
because you don't know Rick Sanchez.
That I don't know.
Rick Sanchez.
He doesn't do the time.
If you're talking about, if I'm picking my team, number 1, because of Rick Sanchez. Rick Sanchez, he's multi-dimensional. Therefore, if Thanos has got the Infinity Gauntlet, he would be able to transport him to a reality where those stones don't work. Full stop. He would be able to recreate kryptonite.
Yeah, I'm not
easily.
Superman.
Adamantium, he'll turn it to, he'd find, you need to watch the cartoon to understand. And this is where, like, this debate is going on the internet, crazy. And the reason why, a lot of people say Thanos, because he's the freshest thing in people's minds. Infinity Gauntlet, oh yeah, he'll just snap. Blood, if Rick Sanchez is there, he's not doing that. He can't do it.
He snapped, bro.
No, you don't understand. Rick Sanchez will stop time.
So can Thanos with the time
Yeah,
stone.
but he'll do it before him because he'll know he's going to do it. No, but this is the thing. Man? This is the thing, man.
He's been arguing with his son.
I've been reading the comments and I'm like, initially, like, before I knew about Rick Sanchez, I would have said Team 3 because basically Team 3 is immortal. Thanos is immortal. Yeah, everyone lives outside the realm of reality, so he can't die. Deadpool can't die technically. Wolverine can't die. Superman is a strong.
He's the muscle man, isn't it?
He's a strong.
Just get one stone though, he's dead though.
Yeah, but exactly. And but he could.
What was Team 2 again?
Team 2 was Batman, Goku, your man from God of War, and Darth Vader.
Sparta.
Nah, Darth Vader will get chief up quick.
You reckon? Even with the
yeah, man.
The force is with you and all that.
Quick.
I think people might disagree with you.
No, quick. Darth Vader will get chief up quick. Goku will get chiefed up
Goku,
and then come back stronger.
Yeah, Goku is the only man on that team that I'm like, yeah, Goku can do a thing.
Batman.
Man go Ultra Instinct.
So what it is, again, Batman, and shouts out to Nick, remember, Batman is all about planning and strategy.
Absolutely.
So he is a bit like Rick Sanchez, but Rick Sanchez has technology and is multi-dimensional.
Darth Vader would chief out Batman.
Darth Vader's on the same team.
I don't matter. I'm giving you that kind of scale.
What? So man ain't rating Hulk then? Hulk strength. He lifted up 100 million tons.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But
who else is on Hulk's team?
Green Lantern and Yoda and Godzilla.
Green Lantern's a disrespect. Putting
I think so.
I got a ring. You know what I mean? He's charging. Yo, you didn't use your Apple charger today.
It's like a Tesla. Green Tesla.
So what's your fire
I'm
one?
still going free.
You're going free.
I'm still going.
I'm going one. Rick Sanchez. And
I've seen a couple episodes, but
you
now
need
that
to
you said
watch
that,
the whole.
I need to watch the. Yeah.
Watch it from one and watch it all the way through. You will change your mind. Rick Sanchez, the way that he does things and the way that he thinks, you'll be like, rah. Like, I get it. In a fist fight with no technology, he loses. But when he's got all of his stuff, like Rick Sanchez did this thing, yeah? He cloned himself and put himself into every dimension so he can't die.
Man's saying, this one man,
Yeah.
it hasn't mentioned Pikachu, Sonic, and Mario.
Pikachu, you just take Pikachu out. Electric ain't doing nothing to no
Sonic
one.
will roll up on a man.
No, Sonic with the Chaos Emeralds could do damage.
You know, Sonic is just Vegeta, right? No.
Yeah. I get what you mean. Yeah.
Right.
Because Dragon Ball Z came in, was it 1989? No, it was older than that.
Before that.
But Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Right. But all right, yeah, I'm saying team one. Anyway, right, we didn't talk about this one as well. So, and it might be a bit old, but I'm gonna bring it back. So, Ghetts, aka Justin Clark, formerly known as Ghetto, is in the public eye for. I'm not sure if the charge is manslaughter or attempted murder. I'm not sure, but ultimately, what's happened is in a car accident, he has basically knocked somebody over, and apparently, allegedly, hasn't stopped. Now, there was a lot of media around it, more social media. It did make the news. It did make like London news and whatnot. But there's a lot on social media about what Ghetts should have done, and then namely, there was a thing about a guy who went to the court case.
Yes.
So he went to the court case and he came back and reported on the court case. And a lot of people were saying, no, you shouldn't have done that. You're clout chasing. And a lot of people are saying, well, why can't you do that? Firstly, on the Ghetts situation, the whole hit and run thing, what's your thoughts on that? What should have happened? What should he have done?
He should have taken an Uber.
So first of all,
That's
this guy not chill.
that's not what we're doing.
Cause of death. He's been charged with causing death by dangerous driving.
Right. He should have taken an Uber. And if you don't take an Uber, you could have driven down there.
How do you know? Was he drunk?
He was over.
Yeah, and he had cannabis in his system as well.
Right, okay.
So I'm looking at it from the part where you should have taken an Uber. If you didn't take an Uber and you wanted to drive down there, you could have driven down there. You make enough money to turn and said to yourself, and again, this is a presumption. I have to be very fair, all right, that you have enough money to be able to turn and say, you know what, Sirelli, I beg you go and pick up my car.
Drop it somewhere and then,
You know what I mean? Because I'm too drunk to drive. I'll call a cab home. Do you know what I mean? Or come and pick me up, take me home, and do you know what I mean? I'll catch a cab to your yard back, please. I'll give you a bag for it. Do you know what I mean? Just run that for me. Do you know what I mean? There was so many other options. When you've hit someone, I also understand the degree of panic that goes through your mind to say, what am I gonna do now? Like, what's my? He's been drinking. Remember, he's been smoking or whatever other drugs he may or may not have taken, or I don't know because I've not read the whole transcripts. And it's like, well, what do you do now? Do you keep going and just try and hope that you never got seen, or what do you do and hope the guy's not dead? I mean, the way he was winging,
he was tearing,
bro.
If that video is
It's
real,
true. It's true.
That is, it's on another level, because for those who haven't seen the video, it's quite disturbing.
It's harrowing, yeah.
And the young man gets hit and he gets thrown into the air so high he leaves the view of the camera. And this is a wide angle camera, which is on a building.
I mean, yeah, don't go too into it.
No, I'm not going to go into it, but it's a wide angle camera from far away. So for that to happen, it's crazy. But in response to kind of what should he have done, that whole day, I don't know what happened before that or where he was coming from, whatever the case may be, but he wasn't in a condition to drive. That's for certain. And the judgment of not being in a good condition to drive and then be driving at high speed, because you have to remember there's a combination of two things. Even if he was under the influence, let's say, because it hasn't been, but he hasn't been charged hasn't been, so they haven't said that this is the reason why this has happened or the cause or whatever the case may be. If he was driving at a third of the speed that he was going, we wouldn't have that fatal incident that we had.
Fatality,
It's the fact of the combination of things. That for me, that's what it is.
But that's what
it compiles.
But that's what drink driving is, isn't it?
No, it's not.
It boosts your confidence and it slows down your reaction speeds.
I appreciate that, but what I'm saying is, if you're driving at 30 miles an hour, even if your reaction time, and it was a road in Ilford, so everyone in London is now 20 miles an hour. So if he was doing 20 miles an hour, even if he was licked, he might have still hit the guy, but he wouldn't have sent him,
but like I just said,
20, 30 meters in the air.
If you're under the influence, it boosts your confidence and it slows down your reaction speed. So my confidence is now up. I've driven and I'm like, yeah, you know what? And I'm like, you know, I can, let me just tear home in it. And I'm tearing home. And all of a sudden again, my reaction speeds aren't as quick because I'm drunk. And I was like, oh, and these are the things that have led to it. Drink driving, as we all know in this room, is wrong.
Bad.
All right. How many of us has probably done it? Do you know what I mean? And it's like, we've done it before in our younger years. It is probably now a message to everyone. It's not,
Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. It's not worth. The funniest thing is, sometimes it doesn't even have to be you. Because in Ghetts' head, I suppose, it's like, why did you have to cross the freaking road? If you don't cross the road, I zip to my house, I park up my car, I'm probably in the booth doing another song right now, or trying to do another movie. But now I'm in jail and my life is pretty much done.
Over.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But as you said, when we were young, in our 20s and our teens, yes, I've got into a car with somebody who was drunk, and I knew they were drunk. However, on the way home, I'm saying, bruv, calm down, you know. And I'm drunk as well. Calm down.
Brother, you've been in the car with someone sober.
Calm down, bro. No, but this is what I'm saying. So the fact that he's, you know, cutting out like this, and like I said, I'm not pretending to be no saint, but to me, my body reacts in the opposite direction. Bruv, you know your lick, calm down it. You ain't trying to draw attention. It's like you come into your mum's yard when we were young and you know it's late or whatever the case may be. You're not opening the yard, kicking the door open, turning on the lights, putting the microwave on. You're trying to creep into the yard quietly. And but again, we don't know what kind of frame of mind he was in, but it's wild.
It's such a bad decision on his part. And I say on his part because he's of an age where you gotta be thinking. A lot of us have got family. They say, I don't know if he's got any kids. I'm not sure if he's got any kids. But it's like, you got kids. Some of us got kids. We got families. You just have to think twice. And it's funny. I'm probably gonna give someone a little plug. But it's like, I was thinking of New Year's. New Year's is obviously around the corner. And I'm like, where am I going for New Year's?
Experience.
There's the plug. But it's like...
Free tickets for the empty man, them.
But it's like, I think to myself, where else can I go? Now, I go to the Getaway. And the reason why I go to the Getaway is because it's a hotel. I get to go there and then enjoy myself.
The
and then
vibes is good. It's got a Caribbean room.
It's got every type of music in there.
So you don't need to leave there when you're there.
And then when you finish, you go upstairs, you sleep. Then you wake up in the morning, you jump in your car sober and drive your ass home. And I'm like, where else can we go? So talking to the missus, I said, where else can we go? And it's like, well, I don't want to go anywhere else, because unless you're going to tell me someone's going to pick us up, drop us home and allow us to drink as much as we want to drink and then do all of these things, that'd be perfect. There ain't no ravers doing that at a decent price. So this is why I end up down there. It's now starting to think responsibly and enough of their plug, but it's thinking responsibly when you're doing these things. We've got Christmas coming up where a lot of people, drink driving's a thing at Christmas.
Yeah, massive.
Do you know what I mean? That's just the standard. Like, how many of us will now probably go to our mum's yard, have a sorrel and a rum punch and then be like, right, time to go home now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you just don't. At Christmas time, like wherever I go, I ain't leaving there.
Brother.
After I might have a sleep or whatever, I get there at whatever time, I ain't leaving there. But I get what you mean. It is high. I guess if we check the rate of drunk drivers,
cars that get stopped. Yeah.
it would be Christmas and maybe next Easter, maybe, or if England win the World Cup.
You mean when?
Yeah, well, when?
I said when, you know.
Boy.
You have to come with them kind of things, innit? You have to put it out there. I put it out there.
So, moving on. After 37 years, Gremlins 3 is going to be coming out. Yes.
Nah, you know what?
So, apparently, it's going to be in November 2027. Gremlins, they haven't got the title yet, but obviously it came out first in 1984. Then Gremlins 2, the new batch, came out, which was directed by Steven Spielberg. And now they're going to have Gremlins 3, 37 years.
Directed by who?
But,
not sure.
But first of all,
Michael Bay would be a good
we need to take it back.
I can't do that.
Gremlins is so old, we need to tell people what Gremlins is. Because there's people out there who don't actually know what Gremlins is.
No, I'm not going to make my son watch it for Christmas.
You know. Well, then explain what Gremlins was.
You know what? No, and what? Well, go on, let's back. Go on.
No, go ahead.
Nah, because it's a Christmas. I was gonna say, what was it? I think it's a Christmas film.
It's a Christmas film. Yeah. Gremlins were they both? I know one was.
The first one.
The first one was
Christmas
definitely.
film.
I think the second one was as well.
Explain what it is, man.
All right, yeah. So Gremlins is what horror was when we were kids, I suppose.
Nah, it wasn't horror.
It was scary, bro.
Nah, bro.
It was scary.
You're a wimp. You're a wimp.
Yeah.
No.
The rally transcripts ain't working, bro. My guy. Sorry.
No, that's nightmares. There's scary.
That was scary. That's a horror.
Does anyone remember a film called Rawhead Rex?
Ooh, no.
Google it. Try and watch it.
Jeez. But Gremlins was basically a little kind of teddy bear, I suppose, or some kind of mogwai. Yeah, he wanted one.
Mogwai, bro.
Yeah, that a kid bought from, or his dad bought from a Chinese shop or whatever and brought it home. But when the dad bought it, he told him there were 3 rules to it. Do not feed after dark, right?
After midnight.
After midnight, sorry.
After midnight, yeah. Don't
No water.
No water.
And
Sunlight.
Sunlight. Well done.
Bright light. Bright light.
Yeah, this guy, he watched it yesterday. So as long as you don't do those 3 things, it's a nice cuddly little teddy bear thing. But once you have done that, or if you did do it, it would spawn almost like aliens, little eggs off its back.
Water makes it breed.
Yeah.
Pizza. I can't remember what food after dark.
After midnight. It makes it multiply.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all the ones that multiplied were always bad, and they would get up to utmost mischief.
Feeding after midnight turns them into the Gremlins. The water made them multiply, and the sunlight killed them.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes. So because of that, all of the badness happened at night to make it even more scary. I'm still going on scary. Yeah, I'm still going on scary. Yeah, bruv. Especially when the female one put on a lipstick and started chasing.
You thinking something else, isn't it?
I was like, whoa. But yeah, after 37 years.
I'm actually looking forward to it.
Brother.
I am, but I've
technology.
And also CGI and all that kind of stuff that's going to happen. But imagine, they did Gremlins with puppets back in the day.
That's my point. So can you imagine with technology now, how they're going to...
I wonder what Gizmo's going to look like. I know
Gizmo's going to be dead.
You didn't remember the name. You didn't remember the name.
Gizmo's dead. But what it is, if you watch the first, and maybe we should all do this, watch it with our kids and see how long our kids last. I reckon my son will be like, this is rubbish.
Yeah, but that's because your son's how old now?
Yeah, he's 11.
Right. My 6-year-old.
He love it. Oh, really?
My son's watching it though.
You reckon he's watching it?
Oh yeah, he's watching it. Probably think it's rubbish though.
Yeah.
You're not going to scare him.
You're not going to scare him.
Nah, bro.
I mean, only Sirelli would scare him.
My son won't be on it. My son won't be on it. And then after that, tell him to go to bed.
Yeah, well,
I'd put Nightmare on Elm Street. That might shook him.
That well,
it's not a case of might. No, I'm saying it's not. It might scare him. He'll be petrified. After that, he
ain't going to bed.
He ain't going to bed.
The Nightmare on Elm Street was. I remember one particular scene where Freddy was sat in the pizza parlor and he used his glove and there was faces in the pizza and he dropped the thing and ate it. Rough, man. It's rough. It's rough. No. He's something comfort.
You know, everyone's gonna be scared of it. That
scene.
So moving on. This is, I don't know, it might be nothing to see here. Lamine Yamal's dad. He's 35-year-old.
Kind of a young
he is engaged to a 23-year-old girlfriend.
Please say those numbers again.
35, he is, and she is 23.
Worst thing is he's younger than us and his son's a footballer. Mad footballer, probably one of the best in the world right now. Mad.
What's that got to do with the price of bread?
I don't know. His
Yeah.
son's 35. He's 35 and I'm just like, wow.
How's Lamar?
17, bro.
Shoot.
Yeah, bro.
So he's living off his son's graces.
Of course.
1,000,000%.
And the 23-year-old, so what?
All right, can I ask a question? Ever so slightly broken.
Go for it.
What's wrong with that?
That's what I say, so what? Brother, let's forward it on a bit more. Add another, 5 years. So she's now 28 and he's 40. So what?
Yeah, you see that logic? I just cannot
Add another
get
5
with
years.
that.
45 and what's that? 30, 33?
Can't get with that logic, brother.
But you don't care anymore.
I think
I still care.
So a 45-year-old going out with a 33-year-old, is there a problem?
If they started when they're this age, I still
23, she's an adult.
she's 23.
She's an adult. She's not a child. Unless you want to go 5 years beyond that, then I'm like, whoa. Then, you know what I mean? But you're not going 5 years. She's 23, he's 35. What's the problem? Why is it even headlines?
So your son comes home, he's that age with a 23-year-old.
What, he's
Yeah.
35?
Mm.
So what?
Your daughter comes home as a 23-year-old with a 35-year-old man.
So what?
You okay with it?
Brother,
You're not
brother,
going to question him and say, brother,
let's just be honest with ourselves. How would you?
Oh, shoot.
bro, I'm giving you a moment to pause and think.
No,
I'm giving I'm giving you a moment to pause and think.
Grandparents, you lot's minds, boy.
Right, so you're
Like-
about to get a glass of juice
You know
in your
what,
bowl.
man? Come on, man.
I was going to lock off the stick, turn over the table.
I ain't done that in a while.
Make Elmo get mad.
Your grandparents. A lot of your grandparents was probably a certain age, and the granddad might be this age, the grandma might be that age. That was a lot of people back then.
And you know what, bud? My grandparents were in that category. My granddad was much younger than my grandmother.
There you go. See, like I said, what's the
But
problem?
once upon a time, they used to beat your grandparents with a whip and sell them on the market. I don't see your
Brother,
point.
23. So what? So if you're 35, you're only now supposed to be with someone between 30
I'm
and
not saying
35.
that. I'm just trying to
you're
say-
putting me in a box, bro. I'm not on it.
I'm not saying that. And by all means, legally, it is acceptable and all of that. All I'm saying is I'm going to find it very hard to look at you, for you to say to me, I've got a 23-year-old girlfriend, and, I love her because we have deep intellectual conversation and she speaks about experiences we had together and all these kind of things. I'm going to find it very
Her
hard.
titties are still perky.
Oh, shankle, man, ankle.
That's why. I don't know what you want them to say.
Hella
Bro,
well,
whatever people fall in love with, they fall in love with, innit?
And-
I don't know what the problem
And when
is.
it's your child, and that is the answer.
23, she's not a child. She's not a child. Bro, you know what? I understand that man them have got to a certain age in at the moment where we're saying to ourselves, boy, our kids are probably touching, or you lot's kids anyway, or your kid, all right. touching touching those ages and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I understand it. It touches you in a different way than it would touch us. Pause. All right, and I understand it, but I also got to sit there and look to myself. At 35, are you now telling me I've reached 35 and you're going to say, well, I can only go out with somebody?
No.
So what are you saying? Because if I fancy if I'm looking on the TV screen and there's a Stephanie London or whatever and freaking Beyonce or all the pretty gal in there.
Beyonce's 40.
Yeah, but I'm saying, say they was younger now. I'm
Ray
supposed
knows.
to be,
He keeps a tab.
He keeps tab.
He keeps tab.
But you're going to say, I'm saying to you, they're younger now. And I'm going to sit there and say, oh, well, you know what? I'm not interested or I don't find them attractive because I'm not allowed to. Because
No,
what
it's not
reason?
about, no, whoa. Truth. We're not talking about
Last comment.
Yeah, we're not talking about not finding them attractive. All I'm saying is
We see them in a club and she's now onto
the
me.
world has a lot of pretty women in our age group which are very accomplished, which have things in common, which are at that same space where we are at our age. I think that's a little bit more compatible, more than me looking at you and, to use your own words, titty stand up. Alright? That's
like I said, you're allowed to. If it's past the age, then kind of no comment. I mean, obviously there are the ones that go beyond and like, oh yeah, it's 18's legal, so I'm 50 and I'm going out with an 18-year-old. Yeah, that's disgusting. All right, and I get it. But at 23 and 35, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking to myself, I see it.
Is there
but
an
don't see it.
element though that we have to be mindful that this female is in it because of the celebrity that potentially will come from
Lamar?
who?
That's just forward thinking. She's thinking pension. She's thinking inherit. She's thinking bare things right now.
Again, so what? I'm still trying to work. So what? Because you think people... Wait, hold a second. You think Rooney and his wife are Colleen Rooney and got with Rooney because he was the...
Man can't even get the words out.
No, but I can't because I'm thinking to myself, you think all these people go with their man because of the anything other than the fact that they've secured the bag?
Well, so people are so Wayne and Colleen is a money thing.
Brother, when he was sleeping with grannies, them thing that you know...
That's what he likes,
Brother, you know that he wasn't even on her. He preferred a granny. Do you know what I mean? And she was just there, look, I'm going to accept this. We're going to have to go through some...
Because of the money.
Because of the bread. Yeah. I'm famous right now. I know Colleen because of Wayne Rooney. I don't know what else Colleen does with life.
She didn't before, did she?
You know what I'm saying? She was on Celebrity Get Me Out of It or something like that.
Yeah,
she went on there. So, I mean, whatever.
Right. Moving on. 91 prisoners have been freed by mistake in the UK in the last 7 months. 91.
Couple on the run.
There's 3. Well, at the time that I wrote this down, there were 3 who were mistakenly released from custody and are at large. And this is, so right now, there's 3 men, I think they caught one. No, one handed himself in. And I think maybe the other one handed himself in. So there's one man that's out on road now.
Safe.
I think one of them definitely handed himself last week. I didn't hear about the second one.
I thought, maybe it was just one. Maybe it was just one. But that's okay. Loosely, that is our government. So David Lammy is the Justice Secretary, Deputy Prime Minister, and this has happened on his watch. He has said that there's a lot of stuff that he's inherited as to why this has probably happened. But what's our thoughts on it, if any?
No accident.
What, you think they're let out on purpose?
I think some people are let out on purpose. I think I think money talks. And I think there are people, I think there are accidents as well, or incidences. I don't want to call it an accident because, there are incidences where people are getting out and it's because of paperwork and filing and judges writing this and whatnot. I would say 100%.
You live in a movie, innit?
Bruv, you know what the funny thing is? The world we live in right now is a movie.
Okay.
Or a simulation.
Yeah, bruv.
We
got Donald Trump talking about he's going to sue the BBC, bruv.
Yeah, but that was one of the ones I was going to come on to.
Yeah, sorry. Let's. But that's the kind of movie we're dealing with. We're talking about they want to bring up taxes even more than it is at the moment.
It's a regular thing.
We're paying 20 times more in taxes for beers, and I don't drink beer, than Germany. When you put those logics together and you sit down and you're like, wait a minute.
We don't make beer on the scale of Germany.
It doesn't matter. 20% more, brother.
Well, you make it yourself.
Spread, didn't it?
No, but listen, there are pubs, which is a staple part of the UK, where you go there specifically to buy beer. That's their main product. And they're making 10 pence per profit per glass of beer.
Brother.
How do you expect a business to...
It's business.
That's not business though, that's the whole point.
Yeah, but they're stifling it, but it's their business.
But it's not business.
They probably have a plan to get rid of it and put their own wineries or whatever, or their own beer factories in. They're stifling the business. It is business. That's all it is.
We digress. You said if it's a movie, it's a movie. So when I say to you that there are people that... You mean to say all these people, no one's kind of got an input with this person?
Money.
Paying money.
And it's all corruption.
I'm not saying all of it.
But some of it.
Yeah, I'll definitely say
they're releasing people on purpose right now, really. You know what?
But you know what? I remember doing this at uni. I think it was Group 4. They were releasing prisoners and getting money for it. I'm sure it was Group 4. Group 4 was a security company that used to transport prisoners, like Securico, was it?
Like GS4 or something like that.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Tongo was working for them.
No wonder he had a new whip.
Okay. Point taken. It could be that.
You see, why is it so far fetched?
No, it's not. I don't think it's far fetched. You know what it is? Maybe I live in my head. I'm thinking, them days, like what was the film where Dave was the man and they broke him out of the? Was it Top Boy? No, it wasn't Top Boy. It was something else.
They broke him out.
They broke him out of the van.
Oh, it was Top Boy.
Was it Top Boy? Yeah. I'm thinking like those days. I think it's fantasy, but it's not. But I just don't think the prisoners. I'd have to look at I'd have to find out who the prisoners were. Are they people that Are they people?
Are they somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, they may not be somebody to us, but
They're someone to someone else.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
But you just
got a
said
couple of Arab men that you put in there.
two of them handed themselves back
Handed
in.
themselves back in.
Obviously, that was. I mean, not
That's
by
a mistake.
Yeah, I mean,
no, but you have to remember the ones. They're different scales. There are people that were supposed to be let out next month, and they were let out this month. And I think one of the guys were due to be let out in a couple of months. It wasn't like he's due to be there for another 4 years.
It was an admin error though. But what
admin error?
What it is, all of the paperwork apparently all of the administration is still paper. And that's why mistakes are being made. That's what I was listening to LBC and that's what there was an excuse. That's why. I don't know if that can be an excuse.
But in all honesty, if you ask me, they should have AI for our judicial system.
But,
AI.
Don't start pushing that.
No, bro, it's not biased.
So Rain Man has that on his roundup somewhere.
And the judge could have had a bad day, and he's sending on everybody that day.
Yeah, but AI, you have to train it, and it has to look at case law. It works without emotion, but judges work with emotion. Judges have to have a human element where they might see a tear or they see remorse. AI is just like, raw.
Right and wrong.
You robbed that bank and you robbed that bank.
And this is what the punishment for it is. Go about your business.
Do you know what?
That way there'll be fairness across the whole board.
Sirelli, you know what the funny thing is?
Hold on. Let me give you a little bit of meat on the bone. Let's say, for example, you have a son and your ex-partner wants to take the son away from you. You're doing everything you can to defend yourself to say, no, I should have my son. You go to court. The judge is a feminist. Or she's had an experience in the past with a partner. All of a sudden, you're at a disadvantage that you don't even know about. And then they're bringing things, yeah, you can't have your son. Why not? Because we don't think you're a fit father. But I've looked after him. He's never had any injuries. He's never come to any harm under my thing. Yeah, but your behavior at work was threatening to a customer, and therefore we believe that you may be a threat to your son. And now you no longer see your son. Whereas if it was AI based, it would be a clean. Has Buddy ever threatened his child? No. Has he ever put him in any danger? No. These are the facts of the case. These are the facts.
Until AI starts to read Fathers for Justice, and it starts to read men who haven't paid their what's the thing that they pay? Child support. And then it starts to make its own decisions. Remember, AI learns from its inputter. Mm-hmm. We are the inputter. Mm-hmm. Now, at the moment, it's blessed because it's
until when it starts learning itself.
It's under control to an extent. It gets to a point where AI can't be turned off. Mm-hmm. Until you do what they did in the Matrix and black out the sky. You know what I mean? I think to put the judiciary system into computers' hands will be mad. Because,
for low cases only.
Because what?
Only for low cases. I'm not talking about cases with manslaughter and all those kind of things. I'm talking about simple disputes between people. Territory, lands.
Nothing should be. No.
Nah, brother.
Sorry, because sometimes things aren't just black and white, my bro.
And that's what. Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And that's the problem. AI was this left or right. That's it. There's no middle ground. There's no. I gave it to him because, or I did this because, and there's an actual reason. You're like, oh, that's. I mean, I understand it now.
Let me put it out
left
there.
and right.
So,
the end.
So I stated, maybe early this year, that paper mile is coming. Yeah. And it's coming.
He just keeps saying all of my stuff. Yeah. He just keeps saying all of my stuff.
No, bro.
You said the BBC one.
No.
Talking about paper mile.
I'm just saying. Look, that was a prediction.
He read the thing.
That was a prediction.
Not a spoiler.
Watch. I say within the next 5 years, we're going to have a judicial system. And like I said, not for murder cases and all those kind of things, but there will be a level of AI decision making for low-level cases. Watch this.
I don't think so, because AI can still be influenced. Like, AI is a bugger. Like, if AI doesn't know the answer, it makes it up. Like now, like I didn't know what, actually, there was a pair of trainers that I saw. It was Lauren James was wearing a pair of Nike trainers, and I wanted the exact, the exact model and the color scheme. Yeah. AI came back and told me, I know what the trainer is. It was actually those, but I wanted the particular color, the P6000. Yeah. I wanted to know the exact color and then the code that comes with it. AI told me it's an Air Force One. So I'm like, it's not an Air Force One because the swoosh position, or the tick, as people will say, is in the wrong place. AI responded, oh yeah, well spotted. Yeah, I'll show you it. No word of a lie. It's in my phone. Well spotted. It's this. And came up with it said it was a blazer. So I'm like, rah, you're just making stuff up now, AI. Now, imagine
Having a full conversation with AI.
imagine when Sirelli wants your low-level case. Right. So let's just say you were speeding. And then it might pull out some stats. How many people have sped on this road in the last 12 months? 6. Right, okay. So therefore, it uses logic. Could Buddy have sped on that road? He might have done. But let's just give him the fine anyway. And then send him down.
Because 6 people out of the to 10.
I'm telling you, that was a bad example. But
that's because he was speeding.
yeah.
but then hold on, no, play with the logic. So the logic is I was speeding or I was hurrying up because I had to go to the hospital. I was in an emergency case and I had to get somewhere really important, legal wise, whatever you want to put out there, and that's why I was doing it. And I was only going 5 miles above the speed limit. Can I not get off now? A judge is probably saying, what was you speeding for? My wife was in labour, or my child was in hospital, or whatever the situation, emergency might have been. And I was only going 5 miles an hour faster than I needed to be. I apologise. Judge Rain sits there and goes, okay, applies logic. I understand. Here with a warning, on your way. AI, so you're speeding, right? 5 miles above the... There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Gone.
Not even an argument. You're speeding, right? You were speeding.
Yeah. So
you were speeding.
there you go. Delete. See you later.
But final comment, I'm going to move on.
No, go on.
All right, cool. Raheem Sterling.
Razor, he's not playing football anymore.
He's not playing. Well, he is playing football. He's got his own academy and he's teaching them. So he's playing football. But no, we're not going to go into the football side of things. His house, unfortunately, he met an intruder in his house. He had his kids and his wife in there, and he brandished a knife.
Okay.
Exactly. So I don't know what the question is, but it's like,
did he get him?
He didn't get him. He didn't get him. But it's just the fact of there's 2 questions. A robber going into someone's house, knowing that it's Raheem Sterling's house, knowing that he's got kids.
Isn't there a law that says that when you come into, if you go into someone's house,
reasonable force.
Yeah, you're allowed to do something.
Yeah, Rain's trying to play this down. Call it as it is. A thief busts into your yard. Yeah. Come on, Jamaican. But say it as it is.
But look, it's right. So to what you're trying to allude to, if someone runs into your house and you stab them, that's not reasonable force.
No.
If the person runs into your house and then
sees
you see you, and then you start to defend yourself, and they're coming at you, and you juke them, then you're probably blessed.
Yeah.
If the person starts to run away, and you're like, you're not getting away, and then you juke them,
yeah, you get done for murder.
I'm doing it like I've done it before. But, and you juke them, then you get done.
Yeah. But if the person comes in your yard, someone busts in my yard, they come to teeth, and I'm like, yo, and do my thing, yeah?
All right, Zorro.
You're gonna turn and say to me, what?
The judge will look at it and say you didn't use reasonable force because you was, I believe,
protecting my family.
No, you're protecting your family, but you were like he wasn't coming towards you. If he was there teeth in your Rolex and you come and you're like you do your Zorro thing, then you're and he dies, it's manslaughter. Doesn't matter about what was happening.
But he's no.
AI would have left you off.
they definitely would have
let you off.
Like, I don't know about that. You know, that one I would have to look into, because there was a case where, wasn't there someone, I just want you told this story, where someone came into the house and they shot him.
Yeah, the gunman. Yeah. So he was a farmer,
yes,
and he had a gun, but I think the man was running away and he shot him in the back.
Yeah, and he was shot at him.
He was shot at him, yeah. But I think adrenaline takes over in those situations.
And did he go jail?
Yeah. I just think like, you said, again, like Raheem Sterling, like, is he being targeted? Like, Raheem doesn't seem like someone who's brandishing Rolexes, and I don't know.
But it's the perception that you've got money and therefore there's things in your house that I can take. Now, the reason why I said again is because I remember, and I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that his house was...
His yard got drummed.
Yeah, it got turned over...
His yard got drummed. I haven't heard that.
He's, a few footballers have had something to do
with it. But yeah, his house got turned over before, and again, and I'm like... Now, the funny thing is, obviously, Citrus has given a whole speech on this, but we went to Ghana a few weeks ago. And while we was out there, one of the things that we came across, which for me was quite like unreal. Most people out there have electric barbed wire around their yard.
Matching.
Jeez.
And they turn it on, and if you're dead, you're dead.
Dead. But isn't that illegal?
Well, obviously not.
Bad,
But
man.
out there, I must admit, I don't feel scared to walk the streets. I don't feel like crime there is quite low. The crime that is high is thieving.
Yeah, run out, take your phone.
They will take your phone. If you got a generator outside your yard and they can carry it, they will climb the fence to try and thieve it. So when you go out there to see this, it's unreal to see because we're not used to these things. And I do electrical work. So for me, I'm like, right, is my man, that can't be connected to, and you follow the cable and you're like, right, this is actually, this is, you try to get in, you're going to get zapped and man will come and pick you off the path wire. I'm like,
I just think if we got going back to Raheem, I'm going to move on. Like, one, is it a thing that he needs to secure his yard better?
no.
As in more cameras, more security. Like if you've been robbed before, and you got your family in there, should you be doing more to protect the family from that point of view? As a man, I think he's done the right thing. Like if someone went into my house, I'm picking up a borer as well, and I'm going for the.
You see when you just said that as well, all right? And I think we was talking about, I can't remember if it was off air or on air. Do you not have a bucky?
A gun.
I'm asking.
Well,
Getting a gun in the UK.
Raheem, I know you ain't got it like that.
Yeah.
I know he's trying to bait you up if you have.
I'm asking. No, I'm just asking the question, innit? Should he?
Brother, can you imagine the danger, the trouble you'd get in if you shot somebody?
Yeah.
Come on, bud.
We just spoke about the farmer, but I'm saying to you,
he's a farmer.
He's not famous.
But listen to what I'm trying to say. You said your question was, should he have done more to protect his family? Could he have done more?
No, when I say protect his family, I don't mean physically. I mean bigger gates, higher fences, electric fence, more ring doorbells, a security team.
Having a gun,
know what I mean?
for example, if we knew, it was public knowledge that footballers, film stars, singers, whatever, anyone with decent set of money who live in the bigger houses or whatever, all right, they potentially could have a gun. They can even put a sign on, like you beware the dog.
I've got a gun.
I got armed forces.
All right, so does that mean?
Do you know what I mean?
Only footballers can get guns?
No, I didn't say football. I said anyone with money. So you can have
rich people can get guns.
Status.
Yeah.
Madman just.
No, because you can, like America, you can get a license to say, you know what, I own a gun. Do you know what I mean? And you can put that little thing on your display thing. Say, look, don't come out with me.
This conversation is wild right now.
What will happen is that you'll get rich people
just killing off people,
shooting people.
No, only the ones that come in your yard.
Nah,
in your yard.
Nah, brother.
Well, okay.
And your brethren's like
no, but
Citrus
if
and
you've got
Sirelli.
Well, I think it's a bit wild. I think I get what you're saying, but
it's wild.
Do you know what it is? I'm only putting it out there because of what you said, all right? And I'm not one for the gun license in America or the gun anywhere. I'm not on it. However, because of what you said, isn't that something where I suppose when you look in the American system and how they carry on, they said they don't want to lose their gun license. Everyone should have the right to bear arms. All right. So is that now something similar to what you're saying when you're saying could he have done more? Should he do more? Because like we said in the beginning, his yard's been drummed before. His family's been in the yard before. So now if there's a bucky in there, my girl just says, yo, where you going? Come out my yard.
So I think what Rain was trying to say, and obviously correct me if I'm speaking out of turn for you, but in the way he stated the statement, could he have done more? You can always do more.
Right.
So that's the first part of the question. The second part is, if somebody's looking to do something and come and jack your yard, they're gonna come. No matter what. You could now, I'm pro dogs. I'm pro my yard is fenced off, and I've got a couple, I grew up we're in the age where Doberman and Pinchers were the dogs to be fed of. So do you understand? I'll have a couple of those roaming around the yard, and that's my thing. A, it will let me know if anybody comes, and B, if you get past them, then I'm inside ready and waiting for you. So yes, he could do more, but ultimately, if somebody, it's like having a car and saying, boy, you know what, I put deadlock on it, I've got immobilizer, I've got ghost this, if somebody's looking to jack your whip, they're gonna take it. Be it may they come with a forklift and pick it up. Oh, prime example. And Rain, if you tell me you was gonna talk about this one as well, I'm just gonna stand up and leave.
Okay.
But they broke into the French
Blood, look at my phone. Look at my phone.
So I have to be a man of my word and just stand up.
The
Just leave,
Louvre.
bro. Yeah, just leave. Just leave.
Like, what are
It's
you
literally
doing?
what he's looking at. Just leave, bro. Just leave.
My God. The man just wrecking the
Just
whole
don't talk no more.
show.
Let Rain carry on his show.
You know
please.
what? It's because I'm up to date, man. I'm up to date.
Oh, man. I'm not even going there. I'm going to go into something else. I might come back to that one.
But it's just people, they're going to do what they want to do, innit? They're gonna find ways, man. They're going to
Yeah.
find ways. But sorry, Ray.
All right, I'm going to move on. I know you ain't got this one. So research shows and says people who function on 5 hours sleep or less are superheroes, inverted commas, but they've got a rare genetic mutation which allows them to do so. How many hours do you get? Oh, do you, look, almost like, yes. Man started levitating. How many hours sleep do you get?
I think I get a good 7 now. I try to make it 7, 8.
I can do 5, but to go bed at 2 o'clock.
Continuously,
But this is continuously.
I'd probably say about 7, 6, 7.
So there'll be a link. But so Elon Musk has about 4 hours sleep a day. Doesn't need more than that. So that mutation, he's obviously, and this is proven science. 4 hours sleep.
So go to bed at 2 and wake up at 6.
Maybe. Or
They might not having power naps. Must be.
you reckon?
Yeah, man. That if you wake me up after 4 hours of sleep, I'm looking to fight.
See, I can't say that because I'll wake up in the middle of the night. I literally, when you're saying it,
That's old age.
I always wake up in the night. Definitely weak bladder. I ain't gonna lie. I'll take a wee every single time, every night. I'd have to get up in the middle of the night to go to the toilet. All right? No matter what. Even if I hadn't taken a drink for ages, I'm still going to the toilet. All right?
Get a plant, put it in your bed.
Man, I'm right. Nasty things there.
The oxygen will help you sleep and you won't get up in bed, bro.
My bathroom's not too far from my bedroom. But yeah, I go bathroom. So I'll wake up, go bathroom. But no, I try not to wake up too much so I can go back to sleep within the next 10
So you don't put the lights
minutes.
on?
No lights are going on, bro.
Fishing in the dark.
Do you know the trick? It's an old SAS trick. So if you wake up, if you have to continue seeing in the dark. So if you turn on the light, you close one eye. Try it. I beg you, try it. It works. So if you turn on the light, you keep one eye closed, yeah? So you turn on one, so you're seeing, so the light is going into this eye. So you do what you need to do. You turn back off the light, open the eye, and you can still see in the dark.
Because this pupil hasn't dilated.
Just try it.
So you turn on the
This
light.
guy gonna fuck up himself.
And then, you know what I mean?
So keep one eye open and close one eye. Yeah. And then do what you need to do with the light on.
Yeah.
And then turn the light off.
Yeah.
And then open this eye.
But he's gonna do it.
And then I'm telling you, do it. You will see in the dark.
Yeah.
But I see in the dark anyway, bro.
No, you don't see in the look. You see in the dark when you get up because your eyes are accustomed to the darkness that you're in. But if you turn on the light, and you turn it off, what happens? It's pitch black, isn't it?
Because your pupils dilate like a camera, they will autofocus.
The worst thing is you're talking about something, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know what you're talking about. When I wake up in the middle of the night, the lights aren't on, and
I'm just saying, if
don't try and turn on the light. I just go straight to the toilet.
Rain. What he's trying to say to you is, he's happy sitting down on the toilet. Just leave it at that.
I don't even know how you lot switch on the light. Why are you switching on the light for?
So
if you need, blood.
I never switch on the light in the middle of the night.
You might need to.
What for? Unless I'm scared of the boogeyman or something.
You might be looking for something. You know what I mean?
Looking for what? My piece. My piece should be big enough for me to carry it, bro.
I know. You need citrus back. You can talk.
So in my yard, being a man of the
I've got lights that automatically switch on.
I've got very, very, very dim lights that come on as soon as you walk in. So it doesn't...
Automatically?
Yeah, it's not an idiot thing.
So don't be jealous. You carry on sitting on the toilet.
Brother,
so
who's got time to aim in the middle of the night? No, this could be a segment. I don't care.
You just piss on the floor.
No, bro, I sit on the toilet to go wee, bro. I'm sleeping still, bro.
You kept saying it. I think, what are you talking about?
I'm sleeping. I'm not trying to wake up, bro. I'm doing my best.
That's why you sit over there, brother.
Brother,
this is why you sit over there.
You're not sitting there going, let me switch on the light. 1 second.
No.
40-something-year-old man.
We're not talking about that. So firstly, let me just apologize to everyone that's watching this segment or listening to this segment. We are talking about, what did you say? In the nighttime when you get up, you sit down to pee.
Yeah, I have to go. you know what? No. Let me even defend this a little bit more.
No,
all right?
brother, it's all right.
No.
You got 30 seconds. You got another comment, and then we're
No, man, he pulls on his underwear to his ankles.
Wait, what you trying to say? You never done poo-poo, no? Like that's not how you take it. Anyway,
Brother.
I obviously growing up, mum, sisters, whatever else, not right. And it's like, you know when you used to get up and pee on the toilet seat and all the rest of it, and then they get mad and it's like, you peed on the toilet seat again. Oh, man, I was half asleep, man. Freaking leave me alone, innit? You know what? I'll conquer this. So it was a way of, I suppose, psychology, just conquer it and say to yourself, and then obviously living with women and whatever. And it's like, I know. I
get it now. Because he's living with women.
He's monkey see, monkey do.
No, it's not even that. It's a case of, look, I ain't gonna pee on the toilet seat. You know why? Because in the middle of the night, I'm gonna sit down on the toilet seat and then I can pee and then I can keep my eyes closed. I can stroll myself back to bed.
I'm gonna move on.
Yeah, move on.
I don't think you need to say anything else after that.
Right.
You man are just dead, man.
So the Marriott Hotel has filed for bankruptcy. With that, I don't think it's UK. I don't think it's globally. I think it must be.
Why shares in them to get discount?
I don't know about that. It's not the UK. I don't know what country it was in, but what they were doing, because they went into bankruptcy, they just kicked all of the people out of the hotel because they didn't have. Well, they just didn't have the money. There's a few court cases, but how can you, if they're filing for bankruptcy or that arm of it, let's say it's a franchise and it was in Cambodia, for example, what is the point of trying to do a court case for that? Like, they ain't got no money. What are you trying to do?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense because the debtors are going to come for their money first, and the people who are sort of doing the laundry for the sheets and all these kind of stuff, the catering, they're all gonna come for their thing. But I'll bet my left hand that is in the US, and then man, they will.
No, I wouldn't even say it was in the US.
I don't think it's the US.
But to try and sue or claim money and
yeah, but everyone remember that they're probably going after the entity, and the entity might be owned by somebody in Dubai or something. I don't know. You know how business works. It's funny.
Yeah, but they can if they're letting it go because it's not making a profit, and there's other entities or, as you say, umbrella companies, they're not getting anything.
Yeah, maybe. But anyway, moving on swiftly. This Saturday, the big fight.
The big fight. There we go.
What's the big fight? Because you're the boxing fan.
Eubank versus Benn II.
Right.
Tottenham Hotspurs.
No, Tottenham Hotspur.
It's like fire, isn't it?
Thank God for that ground, because it's a crap football team, but they're putting on some good events.
The stadium's nice though.
I ain't been in there.
Oh, it's nice.
Is it true they got the go-karting underneath?
Underneath, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a nice stadium. I was going to do that for my birthday one year.
Oh, wow. But yeah, go on.
Anyway.
The fight. Who's winning?
Do you know what?
Let's do the prediction now. So on the next one, we can discuss it.
I want Benn to win. And I feel money-wise, it would make sense for Benn to win, because then they could have a trilogy.
Right.
And I would feel to myself, Benn has... Eubank has got a lot to lose, but at the end of the day, Eubank's career is nearly done.
Has he got a lot to lose? He's 35?
Yeah, as I said, his career's pretty much done. So if after the Benn fight, wins it, he could be sitting there calling out, making a big number to say, I want to get a big fight, swung song, and then ride off into the sunset. Benn wins, Ben goes off and continues what he's doing at the moment, because Benn win or lose, Ben's still got a career afterwards.
Yeah, but two losses though.
Two losses to Eubank, who was the bigger man, who he shouldn't have been fighting in the first place.
Yeah.
Do I think he can do it? I think in the last fight it was a lot closer than what the scorecard said.
100%.
I had Benn on a draw / potentially nicking it, but I could have had Eubanks potentially nicking it. I would have been all right with it. The wideness of the scorecards didn't make sense to me. I'm feeling Benn might do it this time. That's what I'm gonna do.
Like you, and for the first time, I'm kind of agreeing with you. I think it's hard to say, and the reason why I say that is because I think at first Eubank didn't take it seriously. And now that he's seen what Benn can do, I was so impressed by Benn. Like, the hunger that he had was real.
Right, okay.
So for me, it was a case of, you know what? Eubank has now realized, boy, you know what? If I don't pay attention, I can lose this. And because of that, I think he's going to put more in, which then doesn't give Benn the chance. I think Benn should have done it the first time round.
I agree.
Now that this has happened, Eubank's like, boy, you know what? My man can hold a lick.
He's probably been training.
Yeah, he can hold a punch. You watch, I think it was the 7th round where they were slugging it out. Like, literally, man's taking blows, you're giving blows. And I'm like, well done, my brother.
Ben's hearts. He doesn't want to lose this.
He was in it. So that's the only reason why I say that.
I've watched a documentary. His documentary on, I think it's on Netflix. Or maybe some BBC iPlayer, I can't remember. It's quite good. I watched half of it.
No, watch
But closing, who's going to win?
Eubank.
I'm gonna go with my heart and put Ben.
I'm going logic for money. I reckon Ben's going to win so they can do the trilogy. That's what I reckon. Moving on though, on the same theme, apparently, Anthony Joshua is going to fight Jake Paul. What the hell?
Jake Paul by knockout.
Idiotness.
Jake Paul. Screen bunch that. Jake Paul by knockout.
You're moving mad.
Yeah, you're taking
Bro, if he does it by knockout, it shocks the world. I mean,
I know, but
nah.
Jake,
he hits Anthony Joshua with something that Anthony Joshua is going to be surprised with. Jake Paul by knockout.
You reckon?
Nah. I ain't got against AJ, but AJ's chinny, and the fact, I mean, he shouldn't have a chance. He's not that good a boxer to be fighting AJ. So AJ should knock him out in the first round.
Be quick.
Yeah, should be one time in that round.
They have to make money in it, so they're gonna.
Are they gonna put in a stipulations like the Tyson one?
Is AJ stupid enough for that?
I mean, what's the weight difference between them?
No, he fights at light heavy or fought at light heavy, and AJ fights at heavy, obviously. Yeah. So it's not much. So it's not much weight wise, but he's never, when he fought a boxer, the only boxer he's actually fought was Tyson Fury's brother, and he's a reality star more than he is a freaking boxer. Yeah. Tommy Fury.
So it'll be 2-minute rounds.
No, I think he'll do proper rounds.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I don't think.
But I think he's. Yeah, I mean,
if he does proper rounds,
if AJ loses, as much as he'll get the payday,
his career's done, innit?
His legacy is beyond the line. So this is why I feel he just destroys him and walks out.
Unless that is the whole plan, to just get a payday and call it a day.
It will be a big payday, won't it?
Yeah.
It'll be
a retirement payday.
Yeah.
Boxing match was a retirement payday. Like
against the bar when he was on the floor.
If he had won.
No, I mean, he still got big money though.
He's still on the floor. Man made memes of him, bro. I'm not having that.
No, he was too.
Yeah, not retirement money though.
What? But how many fights has he had where his earnings or his purse was over 10 million?
Right. The Usyk fight, probably.
Quite a few. Like
but you have to remember, out of that 10 mil, there's big chunks that are coming out of that, innit?
For what?
Because the Usyk fight was in the UK, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
we went to it. Yeah. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like we weren't sitting in the stadium.
It was in Tottenham, sorry. So there's tax out of that in the UK.
Right, okay.
And there's, camps,
but then the other one was in the Saudis.
Yeah. So they're the ones where and to be fair, he's still a resident of the UK. So depending on how much time he spends out of the country and whatnot, he's still paying considerable amount of tax.
Yeah.
So you're talking retirement money. You're talking like you have to have that big payday.
So moving on swiftly, I don't know if you saw the Rio Ferdinand story where he said he's moved to Dubai for that exact reason.
No, I didn't see this.
For the exact reason, tax. They
said they're going to do something about that now, though.
Well, no, there's a big uproar, and people are saying, "Well, you got to pay, you got to do your bit." And he's like, "Well, stuff my bit. I was an elite athlete, training X amount of time a week, doing this. I've earned my money. The taxes that are here are ridiculous. I'm just biting over to whatever. If you was rich, because Rio Ferdinand's rich." Would you up sticks and do that to save your money?
The day I got paid, I'll be gone. As soon as that thing clear, and I go on the app.
What about you being in the UK and doing your thing?
As soon as it shows up on the app with the zeros behind it and the commas, gone.
What about you? You're thinking something different?
Nah,
I'll come back in the summer.
I wouldn't leave.
You'd stay?
Yeah, why? I mean,
and make them take 40% of your money.
I'm not. If I earn enough, innit? I'm okay.
There's one thing.
How much money do you reckon you can spend in? Let's see. I mean, he wasn't 40 when he retired, but let's just give him a round number and say.
How much money do you need to live on to retire?
So you're saying for the next, let's call it 60 years, and I'm being nice, saying it's 100. All right, so next 60 years, how much money do you think you need?
Okay.
To live comfortably.
Now you have to remember, you're talking about me at my lifestyle now. So
inflate it. Go on.
No, I'm good with 60 mil. Sorry.
I said 60 mil.
No. I'm good with 6 mil.
6 mil for the next 60 years.
With my lifestyle now as it is, my yard's paid off, and I've got a couple mil in the bank, interest rates being what it is, a couple investment.
Mil within the next 60 years.
So with 6 mil, you still live in the same yard.
No, I wouldn't live in the same yard.
Oh, okay.
No.
Just the one time I want citrus.
But all I'm saying is that
I'm like, do the maths quickly for me quickly.
no, but my
I only have to
lifestyle
work this
wouldn't
out
change
myself.
to the extent of I now need to have a range for everybody in the yard, including the dog.
No, but you'd never do that. But then you'd have a range.
But this is the thing, you say that, brother. You say that.
That's 100. I thought so. I was sitting there thinking, I didn't want to say it on the live. 100,000 a year for the next 60
Your yard's
years.
paid off. Your cars are paid off.
100,000 every year for the next 60 years.
You can't live off that ring.
If I am rain now, I can live off that.
That's what I'm saying
and
with me
happily.
Look, right now,
So that's including your holidays and
if I'm
whatever else.
rain now, right now, yes. But when you've got that money, your lifestyle changes. I can't say
No,
that,
but Rain, remember, sorry to cut you.
So 6
We're
mil,
not
not
giving
60.
we're not giving you 6 mil to put in your bank account. We're saying, what did you say it was every year?
100,000.
Okay, so every month we give you, what's that? 10,200 or whatever it is. You can't live. 10 grand.
I could definitely live in it.
10 grand every month.
I could live in it,
No
but
tax.
your lifestyle changes. Everything changes. The way you eat changes. Where you shop changes. The clothes
Absolutely.
you wear change. The fact of like we'd be doing this podcast, we'd be bringing crystal glasses rather than drinking. You know what I mean? Everything changes. It's funny. 50 Cent did an interview, yeah, and someone said, people are saying that you've changed because you earn money, and he says, yeah. No one has earned the money that I've made. If you earn the money that I make, you change.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody changes with money.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. When the lifestyle changes, that's not enough.
But the thing
enough.
is, by your efforts, by your explanation, every year the money should increase then because your lifestyle is going to increase.
But that's how we are as
so what
as
limit
people.
do you put on it then?
Well, I don't know.
Do you see what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's going to be, this year I could live comfortably off 100 grand, but you know what? Next year I want to have 3 trips to the Maldives. So instead of 100 grand, I need 300
No,
grand.
because your 6 mil is for the rest of your life, for the 60 years. Now, what you're doing is you're not realizing you can spend it how you want. You can be moderate and say, I'm going to have 10 grand and still live off of budget, save if you need to save to go on holiday, etc., etc. Or you could just sit there and say to yourself, I got 6 mil. I'm going to go on 3 trips to the Maldives this year because that's what I feel like doing. Next year, I might not go on holiday. It's up to me.
The question was, what could I live off for the rest of my life?
You said 6 mil.
6 mil, I'm blessed. You know that lottery thing? Win 10 grand a month for the next, 30 years? I'm good. I don't need to win that 24 mil. I'm good.
Look, I hear you. I asked the question.
10 grand a
I
month.
asked the question for a reason because it's a case of what happens in your lifestyle. What do you do? What do you need to live? What would you change? Like what things? Like now you've got asked a question. Someone's asked you the question and put it out there to you. You said 6 mil. 6 mil's makes you happy. Then cool.
Sorry, you never answered the question yourself. So how much money do you need to retire
For the rest
on
of my
that?
life,
To retire for the rest of your life.
60 mil would be great.
60 mil.
Yeah, 60 mil.
That's £1 million a year.
Yeah, I'm calm with that.
Yeah, I know you can't. You can't spend it.
You know what the thing is?
I'll find a
Nah,
way.
he'll spend it. He'll spend it.
No, you can't. You
He'll
can't.
brack himself.
You can't spend £1 million a year. You can't.
But
No.
do it.
Listen to what you said. So you're saying I couldn't spend £1 million a year.
You can't.
So what about the Jay-Z's, the Elon Musks and all the rest? Elon Musk, let's use Elon. 'cause
You
he's-
reckon they
he's
spend
got
£1 million
bread.
a year?
All right, no, but I'm saying to you, so if he's got so much money and you're saying he only needs 60 million's too much, so why is he not now giving the rest of it to Jamaica and their funds and whatever else?
They potentially do, but they've got families. They've got people. They put it into businesses and all that kind of stuff. Like,
So you need more than the 60 mil then?
well, no, because Elon Musk is a mad example. You can't use it as an example.
Yeah, that's mad. That's like using Bezos, or you can't
But
use
I'm
them.
saying my point is that if you're saying you get to a point where you can't spend all that money,
Yeah.
but obviously 60 mil, I'm saying to you 60 mil will do me good.
But it would do you, of course, it would do you good, but you can't spend it.
Who's talking about?
You can't. You can't. In your mind now, if I said to spend 60 million over 60 years,
Yeah, I'm not with you on this, Rain.
You can't spend it. You can't. You can't.
Rain.
You think you can.
1
Rain.
mil
Right, okay.
a year.
You've got your house that you're comfortable in, and you've got your cars. Spend £1 million in a year. Tell me,
Buddy's buying a yard in every city.
No,
But this is what I'm about to say. You
Right.
think that's giving her 1 yard?
So then you're that's remember you're getting you're spending £1 million a year.
I'm gonna have a freaking Concorde. They don't even make them no more. I'm like, yo, make me a Concorde.
Right. I normally have your back. But on this one,
this is
no,
why.
him?
Like,
I'm gonna have a jet, bruv. Luxury jet. All right. I'm gonna travel. I'm gonna be in a city just for the sake of being in the city. All right.
But
I'm
buddy,
gonna be in the city. Gonna be
this
about.
is why people do mad stuff like fly into space because they exhaust it.
No
all.
one's flown into space. Let's not go into that one.
Wait.
No one's flown into space.
Don't answer him.
Let's
Don't
not go into
Don't answer that. Don't answer.
Let's go
Let
into
me just give you one thing. There has been numerous lottery winners who've won big winnings
I spent it
and are broke.
right now.
They've won a couple mil.
No.
There's one that won about 15 or something. Go,
15 mil.
Check it out.
Yeah, let's see
And
if I
he's
can
broke.
find it.
I said, how are you broke? How did you spend the bread?
But we can find out. You can find out Euro millions in them mandate, whatever. You
But
can't spend 60 mil. You think you can spend 60 mil. You can't
Brother,
spend
let's
60
put it this
mil.
way. By the time I bought my mum something,
Everyone
I
talks
bought my nephews and my son and do you know what I mean? Like, brother, people, I'm spending the bread, bro.
You think you can, but I'm gonna. How long are you?
Let's put it this way. Well, let me do this thing.
No, I don't have it.
I'd even give you some bread, bro.
You'd even give me.
There you go, bro.
Not even the producers laughing.
Yeah, but people will get bread for no reason. You want some bread? Yeah, I got some bread.
Two more before we.
All right. So one guy won 10 mil, was back to work.
Was he the road sweeper? That had nothing.
I don't know. He spent a lot of it on drugs, gambling, prostitutes.
Rotted. You see?
And the rest of it, he
No,
wasted it.
I'm good though, bro.
No drugs, no prostitution.
Not anymore.
So that's a couple million. Anyway, but anyway.
So that's just one of them. And there are numerous.
Yeah, but they've earned little bits of money. I'm talking
10
about
mil's a little bit.
60 million.
That's only 50 million shy of what I was talking about.
Geez.
And he's probably
Anyway,
spent it in a
I'm
year.
going to move on. Burna Boy had a concert. There was 2 people in the crowd. Man was with his missus. His missus fell asleep. He kicked them out. Is that the right thing to do?
You're disrespecting it.
Burna Boy had a concert. In the middle of the concert, he spotted that a girl fell asleep. She was with some brother. Fell
At
asleep
the front?
concert. It was in the ish. It wasn't in the front, but he could see them, so they were quite close. He then said, "No, you're taking the piss," and dashed them out the concert. Is that the right thing for the artist to?
That's
to
bad
do?
mind.
It's
I
bad,
paid my
man.
money.
But it's.
I paid my money.
But I'm Burna Boy,
I paid my money.
so you can do what you want.
I can do what I want.
That side of things I kind of agree with a little bit.
I paid my money.
Have you never gone to the cinema, right? Paid your good money to be in the cinema. Lights go,
Never.
and I fell asleep, and I'm like, I missed that part of the film. I'm upset about it, but I was tired. I had a long day of work. So
as long as you're not interrupting people around you,
yeah, you know what I mean? I'm not
Then-
snoring.
then I'm,
And all of a sudden it's like, yo, bro, I can't even hit my note because you're there.
Burna Boy's not hitting those. He doesn't do that. Do you think? So what you're saying? He's justified? Oh no, he's not justified in kicking them out.
no, because to do that, what would they have done? Stop
They
the
didn't,
event,
they didn't do anything
get
wrong.
security guard, and mash up.
They're mashing up their time in the sense of they fell asleep.
Yeah.
Not the fact that, do you know what I mean? You haven't done anything.
You know what?
So, no.
So I'll read it exactly. So Burna Boy refuses to continue show until fan takes his sleeping girlfriend home. So he stopped the show and
that's
said,
a
until
madness.
you leave, I'm not DJing. I'm not singing no songs.
That's
bare
a madness.
pressure.
So you're there having a good time. He's there having a good time. My missus, who is drunk or narcoleptic or whatever the case may be, drop sleep.
Yeah,
when you drop sleep. And you're telling me you stop the concert for one person for me to now shuffle, trying to get this person out. You're mad.
Yeah, I don't make
You're
him
mad.
right
I would
for
have
that.
booed your ass.
I don't make him right for that.
Right. Have you got any ones that you want to add in?
Brother, I think
time.
you loaded the whole thing, bro.
I know. I got one more though. I got one more. This,
Go on.
and this will marry into us as having partners and whatnot. So a man didn't speak to his wife for 20 years after an argument, raising 3
Man.
kids in silence until she apologized.
Buddy.
Is your
Nah, bro.
That's buddy.
would you? I'm not
Sisters,
saying
you're
20
needed.
years, but what is the longest you'd go without speaking to your partner and she peed you off?
My current partner.
Well, it could be any of the partners. I don't know where you're going with that, bro.
Boy, a day is our longest that
A
we
day.
could, and even a day starts to annoy me. But a day is how we
But it's
go.
lying.
Sirelli.
But it's lying.
Like you're going weeks.
I'll be
going-
honest with you, I've done a day. But it wasn't that I was holding against you.
No chattings, nothing.
It's not that I'm holding against you. It's just that if I open my mouth, I'm going to say something that I can't take back. So best thing, you just let me calm myself down.
One day's good. And the thing is, to be honest with you, now as where I am now, it's not actually me. And I said this to her before. I said to her, it's not me.
Yeah,
No,
you know, like that, bro.
no,
She sat there, she said,
No.
it was him. You know what he did?
no, she wouldn't. What I said to her, I'm ready to get over it now. Because you know what? Cool, whatever the argument is, safe.
That
Because
means
there's no
you fucked
point.
up.
No, but it's not whatever the argument is. I'll always be like, all right, safe. Cool, vex about it for the little period there. I'm over it. Let's move on. But she ain't ready for that. So when she's ready now so I always say to myself, when you're ready, because if I come back to you and go, oh, babe, well, let's go back to normal. And she's going to be like, she ain't ready.
But if you've
Don't
had an
worry.
argument, you can't just say, let's go back to normal. You have to have the discussion about it to be able to move on.
I don't agree with your point.
But would you?
The end.
Yeah.
You don't agree with mine. I don't agree with yours.
Yeah.
Can we now move on? Agree to disagree and move
I'm
on.
with you. That's
Yeah.
what I'm like. I'm like, I'm done with this. Whatever. Let's do whatever. But it doesn't work like
It
that.
doesn't work like. But so that's why I usually say a day, because usually it just takes to go to bed, all right, wake up in the morning, and we're blessed.
But it's
And-
lying.
I swear to you.
If Liverpool lose and his missus comes in and says, there's no food tonight, you have to go out and go and buy food, he going to tell her about herself, and then argument bust out, and then 2 days ain't talking.
Nah, not
Minimum.
2 days. Just don't talk to me for the rest of the night. And then afterwards, wake up in the morning and I say, you took the piss yesterday. And it's
So argument ain't done.
Yeah, it's not done.
Argument's not
So,
done.
so you're one to go. You will go to sleep on the badness in your head and fester.
No, see, the one thing, and this is probably relationship stuff I'm giving people, but one thing me and my missus do is kiss goodnight, kiss good morning. So we'd always,
With vexedness on your lips.
doesn't matter. Kiss goodnight, kiss good
Even
morning.
if it vex.
Even when vexed. And
I don't trust you for shit.
It annoys
I
me.
don't trust you for
It
nothing.
annoys me because sometimes I'm like, vexed, I don't want it. Good night. But if you keep doing it, now it's just like, you know what? At least we keep that. And if you're leaving the house, kiss goodbye. And you know, kiss hello.
That I get. But
Just keep it.
But it,
Go to bed
I
Brother,
know.
with
It-
sourness.
I'll tell you the one thing, as a relationship, it works. And it softens even the foolishness. Like, I'm vexed with you and I don't want to talk to you. Like,
Bro, if
hello, good morning. It's like, it's annoying, but
Baby.
it works. But it works.
it sounds like
It works.
punishment.
No, it works.
It sounds like psychological torture because
Right, I was
you're
gonna say,
vexed.
mentally,
Yeah.
it must disturb your sleep.
No.
Like to the point where they're like,
It
you can't sleep.
disturbs me not talking to my missus. I don't like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So, you're-
I
so
agree.
if I'm not talking to it, then it winds me up because I'm sitting there thinking, hurry up, can we not just end this foolishness? Because foolishness.
But bud, it's not like you're gonna wake her up when you're going to your 3 o'clock in the morning pee to say how you doing. If you're vexed, and the thing is, I admire what you do.
Mm.
But if I'm vexed, I'm vexed. Let's just leave it at that. And then when I'm in a better mind, you're in a better mind space, we sit down and talk about it. But doing this, you're gonna kiss me when I'm vexed with you and you're vexed with me. Yeah, to me that
So now
Last word.
Yeah, now we're vexed. No kiss, and then we just part. So I'm going to work now.
no. In
Close
the
door.
morning,
See you later.
in the
Where you going?
in the
Well, no
morning,
kiss, no goodbye. Get your ass back. Now
In
it's
the
on.
morning-
Last word.
in the morning, we need to speak about it.
Yeah, but then you're late for work. But anyway,
Brother, in the morning, you know what I
moving
mean?
on. So we're at the end. We're at the end. So what? It's been a great one today. Actually, lots of good stuff spoken about. But what I want to remind the people of is the 18th of December. We are doing the MT podcast
Jeez.
Christmas special. Now,
Yep.
when I say Christmas special, I don't know what the topic's going to be. I don't know if there's going to be guests in here. But what I do know is that we are going to be doing our annual Christmas hamper.
Bad
So,
humbug.
the Christmas hamper, actually, the discussion, watch it.
No, bad humbug
The
to that,
Christmas
man.
hamper will be bigger and better than last year.
So it's gonna be live this year.
It's going to be live. So we're just
Yes.
the producer for
Yes.
So it's going to be live. There will be lots of giveaways. There might be like 3 separate prizes, a big prize, a medium prize, and then a small prize. Some of the things that we're thinking about is bottles of alcohol, merchandise, the MT podcast hats, t-shirts. Last time we gave away a rum cake, which I think the person that won it really liked it. I've decided, I've made the executive decision to take out the Haribo. I don't think it's very Christmas, and I think it brings down the quality of what we're trying to do. But there'll be some substitutes in there. There'll be suitable replacements. There'll be panettones and all that kind of stuff. So make sure the 18th of December. When? The 18th of
December.
The
December.
18th of December. Buddy doesn't do Christmas.
Yeah, I don't like it. They just take my money every year and just give it away to you people, and I'm tired of it.
But this is our give back to the people who have been watching and supporting.
I like you people, by the way.
We are gonna do it live, and there will be competitions, as in like there might be a question or something that might come up in a MT podcast post that comes up between now and the 18th of December that you have to comment on to make sure you're entered in for the massive prize. But anyway, this has been the MT podcast, and if the glass ain't
half full,
it's
empty.
Blaps.
Right.
Yeah.